Okay, we're live.
I don't see, but you just go see.
Oh,
Run around
You're
the
singing
TV.
live.
Yeah, bro. Look, luckily you didn't stream the fact when I was doing my dishes and I was
That's the best thing
If you guys wanted to know what to see, ask those 4 people. Yeah, I really don't care what you can see. Luckily you didn't see my mom's face. Otherwise, that's just rude violation, fam. That's just bad. That's that violation to the Mandamo. I gotta quickly try and tell maps and stuff, and I forgot what am I doing again?
Hosting a whole tournament or just...
Yes, I'm hosting a tournament. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna. We could actually commentate with 5 people. We never. We once commentated with 4. Let's commentate with 5. Okay.
Oh wow.
Okay,
There's just
okay.
never gonna be a dull moment.
Okay.
Do you have
Okay.
me added, Poppet?
Bye, Nick. You're not. Besides, you weren't supposed to commentate today. You're supposed to commentate.
Look.
It was. Yeah.
I'm just a surprise.
Oh. Well, I don't like the surprise. Bye bye. Oh, I
You
said
literally,
goodbye to the surprise.
in response to who's playing today, it'll be a surprise.
Yeah, it'll be a surprise. You know, we'll just go with the flow, fam. We'll go with the flow.
Hey, can you all see the streams live?
I'll check right now. I have like YouTube up on PC.
Okay, it's on
I
my
don't
screen.
understand
Oh
what
yes,
we did.
yes, it's
I
live, and
don't
I just
call,
hear
but
right
you
to
just go see.
Cool.
That's why. Wait, did you make an announcement for it?
I put the stream link
Didn't you do like 50 announcements already?
and ping everybody every single time.
Okay, I'm really tired. Wait, who won the coin flip? Who won the coin flip?
I don't know.
That was Donna, right?
Okay.
Because I didn't really know what we were doing.
Wait, I didn't see. I'm not sure.
Oh, I have you added some. I have you, man. She added.
Okay,
Okay,
just
I'm
making
gonna
sure.
copy your stream link. I'm gonna make the announcement.
Okay.
We already posted the announcement.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's already been done.
Let's.
No, Papa has to be the one to make the announcement. He's gonna delete mine and then put it again.
Man's important, isn't it? No, I'm not deleting. I just want to ping everyone.
You've already pinged everyone after my post. Oh my.
Don't worry. I bet
wait,
tomorrow
Poppet
will be a
left.
lot more smooth.
Alright, well, we're live, and I don't know what Poppet's doing right now. But today's gonna be TVC versus Drunk Randoms. I think... Yeah, we just need to wait for everybody to be invited in the lobby. Yeah, I can invite you right now. And then... T-Rex, I don't think I have you added, do I?
Let me check. I see Poppet. I don't see you online, so I'm gonna assume no. I don't think you do.
Okay, just look on, like, Bloody Queen leaderboard or something and add me. Am I still top 100? It'd be crazy if I still was, because I haven't played her. Yeah, I'm 85th. Okay.
Oh, good. Thank you. I will look right away.
Cool. And then I'll
It
just...
may have been easier to get me. Oh, okay.
I
You're
got
at it.
you.
Did it
I
work?
got you.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Nice. So now we just need Papa to
Okay,
invite
so-
the leaders.
Okay, I'm just gonna invite everyone. I'm sorry about the really bad misconceptions for it, but I got everything sorted. Welcome, Mr. T-Rex. Yeah. What am I here for again?
Your tournament?
Oh yes, I host a tournament every now and then.
Wow.
Nice.
Why aren't more people
Every other
watching?
Balloon, you know.
Okay, just Mr. T-Rex, can you move up? Where's Tara?
There.
Where's Tara?
I can invite that one
Where's
idiot. He's
Tara?
online.
No.
What do you
I
want,
forgot.
Poppet?
I'm inviting Tara. I'm inviting Tara. I'm inviting Tara.
Okay. That's enough of that.
I'm inviting Tara.
Oh, Zeus.
Okay, so yeah, we got Zeus in. And yeah, let's just do the thing, innit? I got all the maps, it's a BO3. It's gonna be a bit late, so I'm gonna let you Yankees finish the thing, okay?
Huh.
Yeah, you Yanks do it, cause whatever. That one idiot already a champ with 72 win rate.
Champ.
Wow.
Dragon, I think you mean.
Eli's gonna get muted.
Papa didn't like that. Okay, so
Oh yeah.
are drunk randoms hunting first?
No, yeah, drunk minds are hunting first.
Cool.
Baby, I've been losing sleep, boom, 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 dreaming about the thing that we could be. Oh, come on, Eli. Man's gonna sing, innit?
No, you
Next. Alright, okay. What song again?
don't. Oh my god, I forgot what it's called.
I was left to my own device.
Yeah, I don't know that song.
Okay, no, that's...
Wait, really? I know that song.
It's
I don't know
Pompey.
a lot of-
Bombastic.
I don't
I know the first one you sang was Counting Stars.
Days fell away with nothing to show, and the walls kept tumbling down. You
I
actually
probably
never heard of
it.
that?
I probably heard it, but probably
Whoa,
just
it's
not making
such a
very
good
impression of it. So
Eli, I'm kicking you out of the stream. Bye bye. Where's the fourth member? Let me ask. I'm also trusting them that they won't cheat. Who's Lolo, fam?
Huh?
Who's Lolo?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, I'm the same fucking.
I'm just a regular commentator. Don't mind me.
It's today's Mr. Purple's T-Rex turn.
I don't know. Lore kind of looks like a Mr. Purple T-Rex if you like squint.
Well, I disconnected him, so I don't think so.
Oh my.
Honor?
You're too good. You're too good.
Luckily, I'm a mod, no memes in general, remember.
Honor says Poppet can't sing.
I can't sing.
His mic boost is real good.
Yeah, my mic
That is
mic
bad.
ain't the best in it, fam. Okay, let's start the team match. First match of this week. Welcome. Next week we only have 2 matches, so this week you better get yourself packing and just watch every single match. We have that one idiot, one of the most top hunters in our server. We have TBC, got Tempted, Irrev, Arcus, Taratas, whatever. I don't remember names. Don't cancel me. But yeah, let's just wait for this match.
And we're gonna
So
be
who do you
seeing.
think's gonna win? Who do you think's gonna win?
We're
Okay, let's play bet. Let's play bet.
We're not placing bets.
Come on, fam. Nah, do it for the stream. Do
What
it for the
happened?
stream.
What
Place a
happened to
bet.
unbiased, non-biased commentating?
What's that? Never heard of it. So who do you think's gonna win? Who do you think's gonna win? Come on, say it.
Well, we're gonna be seeing that
Wait, there's
mechanic
2 of
bin.
us. We could split it 2 and 2, and it'll be non-biased, kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Oh, okay. You guys pick first.
No, I'm good.
Okay, Eli.
You can pick for me.
No.
Eli's has bad
What we do is we let
sportsmanship.
we
How
let
about-
Poppet.
How about T-Rex? T-Rex and Poppy pick bet.
Okay, Mr. Purple T-Rex, who do you pick?
I'll pick whatever you don't pick. How about that?
Oh no, I'll pick whatever you don't pick.
We're finding a way to
But I
make
said
Poppet's the
nerd.
only one that's gonna have a
You
real
used
vote.
What I just said.
Okay, Mr. Purple T-Rex, who do you pick?
He just said, "Oh my god."
You know what? I'm gonna flip a coin. I have the app for it.
Okay, let's see what we're gonna flip.
If it's heads, I'm gonna pick drunk randoms.
Okay.
And it's heads. I picked drunk randoms. They're gonna
I
win
picked
this
drunk randoms
party.
too.
Done.
So yeah, I think Mr. Purple T-Rex is a little bit biased today.
I think the coin is biased. You decided.
You know, actually, the Lincoln Penny is actually helps the head because of like the weight and stuff. I read it in some kind of book.
It's an app.
This is it's an app. I don't think there's any way.
Well, it's 50-50. Well, the app's a bit biased today, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
The app's a bit biased.
Alright, yeah, anyways, okay, well,
if
in
we
our
were-
first match here, we do see a mechanic band from Idiot. This is pretty obvious. Mechanic being the best decoding character in the game, and it looks like Violinist. Possibly from Blizzard, probably not, probably just Troll.
Oh yeah, absolutely trolling.
He
That looks
actually,
like a pretty standard comp too, with the
But
merc
that one,
forward
Idiot,
here.
he has an arsenal of hunters, like a huge arsenal that you should be scared of.
he's pretty much a non-meta hunter, generally speaking. He was S-Badge, Violinist, and Ripper, and I know he's
Yeah.
had a whole slew of other badges.
We
We're gonna be
a
seeing
Merc
that Axe
forward
Boy.
Sith Priestess. This is actually 4 ethnic characters that are available, which is pretty common in this day and age.
Oh yeah, especially Priestess on Eversleep. That's probably the
Yeah.
most strongest character you can pick on Eversleep.
I was
Yeah, fam.
So, the interesting thing about this team comp is, one, you have that mechanic band, which allows them to pick the priestess, but it's also interesting that they chose to have a seer over a decoder, like an explorer. So, that'll be...
Yeah, but like generally, if you can slow the game down at good rotation, you don't really need the decoder, you know, fam?
Yeah, and I
Well-
think that's the mentality of this team, probably.
And
Is
current-
that they're going to invest more in
If
the
Seer
six.
gets caught first, I'd be very worried.
But we've got to see these good rotations. Let's see the first match. So yeah, I just can't wait for this man, you know. Man who's the best tournaments in it. It's not biased. or
Hey,
anything.
they actually locked the Axe Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna let Music Man call this one because Poppet and myself don't know.
Oh yeah, me too. I have no idea.
Okay, now let's see if whoever remembers the spawns first with $10,000.
Yeah, I don't know the key spawn. Good luck.
Okay, what's the spawn? Who wants the spawn?
3,
What's the key
right?
spawn?
I don't know the key spawns. I told you this.
Well, none of you win $10,000 anyway. None of you win $10,000. I don't care. Oh, we see. You see
right?
going towards middle. Wow, Merc actually kind of runs directly in.
Oh yeah,
Fireball!
Fireball! Oh, that was it.
He's going to leave
What
the
a
merc.
fireball! Oh, dearie me. Man just wrecked them, all of them. Who's
Oh,
gonna
it looks
chase
like he
him?
can run six. Can't he?
Yeah, purple fireball.
That was a really good fireball, though, innit, fam?
Yeah, for sure. Another fireball!
Hey, another fireball. He's got another fireball following him as well. This is a really bad spot for Seer.
He thinks he's gonna wait at the pallet.
Yeah, he's kind of going up, down, and teleport.
Good bird, though. But those were some really good fireballs, even at the start. For the seeding mark at graveyard.
The kite's still not over yet, and he's not carrying Blink, so it'll be interesting to see what this Seer's able to do. Another fireball!
This guy's such a ball of fire.
These fireballs are so clean.
Yeah. Unfortunately for the survivors as well, it's pretty lacking.
He's like, are you from Street Fighters?
Okay.
To ref, have you ever done
Yeah, yes.
Such a cool game. Well, we're gonna see Mark go for the rescue. He's what, 5?
They dodged.
Dodge fireball.
That was an important dodge.
Until the save happens.
That dodge allowed the Merc to not get double hit.
Looks like he might get
Good overpass, good overpass.
He's going deep in this double hit. Tram's coming, tram's coming! Right?
Will he get hit by the tram? No, he doesn't. Wait, not Arcus. Arcus doesn't go through the portal. What a
Then he gets
snipe!
sniped with a fireball instead.
That one idiot is protected here. Will you try something? No, I don't think he will. It's 5 cycles left though. This is looking really bad.
Yeah, all three of the survivors have his priestess has
Good discipline. No, he's gonna get stuck.
Unfortunately, he's gonna get fireball.
No, maybe no.
No.
Good dodge.
Doesn't make the same.
So, I'm really confused. He's only trying to get another hit.
Oh, and he gets the double hit.
Yeah, he's going
I'm
deep into these
stunned
double
him
hits.
Just for a little bit of
I think it's to divide time.
Yeah, he doesn't like look behind him.
Can he farm a second bug?
Oh wait,
Maybe
even if he makes it to the portal,
There's teleport.
Wait, did the Cypher pop?
No, it didn't pop. There's only one Cypher pop so far.
He's gonna break the portal, he's gonna teleport.
Good teleport.
I don't think he'll come down. He's gonna just chair this. But this looks really good for the hunter right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yes.
This first elimination pretty much at least secures a tie for the hunter because he is running detention.
Mathematically, there's only 3 ciphers.
You mean 4?
3 whole new ciphers. Mathematically, if you check the process, if you check the top right corner, you can see that they have about this is not 5 cool one.
Yeah, for sure. And this Axeboy needs to make sure he doesn't get too caught up on a priestess on Eversleeping. He's either got to stuff this chase really quick. He gets a first hit. Okay. And there's a purple fireball.
Let's see if we can get this fireball.
Ooh,
Goes through the portal.
unfortunately.
That portal
Messed
was
up.
yeah.
Slightly unfortunate, but priestess is still going.
That's just a bit too low.
Oh, weird.
Weird portal found.
Right next to the wall.
Disrespects that pallet and gets it down.
Good stuff, good stuff. And it looks like, unfortunately, the priestess died on Merc Cypher.
Yeah, Moma did say coming, so I would assume you would best.
Neither of them have tied, though. And at 4 ciphers remaining, all he has to do is hit the priestess right afterward.
Let's see if we can get another stuff. Get the stuff.
She's gonna portal.
We go back.
Yeah, he was expecting that priestess to go back. Looks like prioritizes the forward. That was close.
This is always fumble, but I think he's still gonna get hit right now.
It'll be close. Does get that hit.
I managed to get back so he won't get pallets done. Hunters do that one idiot. He's certainly not an idiot. I'm not wrong. I gets the hit on him.
I mean, they can really good rush the way that position.
I teleport because he saw him. He says you stop the code. I just want to. He's got the sharp eyes, isn't it, fam?
Forwards use self heal, right?
I don't think forward did.
No.
Did he?
Let me check.
Well, the forward was what,
Good portal.
Gets hit by the tram. Gets hit by the tram.
Oh dear.
Tram OP.
Tram OP. Man just black in the face. Kids remember to be safe on the road, otherwise.
Like while down, that was very rude.
Yeah, you should have patiently consented to it.
Puppet.
That's what my experience, of course.
Okay, Pop.
Find something. I don't think anyone can play for the rest.
I think these survivors have like should have like one dungeon, and they need to do one more cipher, so at least the dungeon's a possibility.
I should have actually tried to rescue Priest's mother. Look, could he make it? I think he's a little bit too late for it, though, could he?
You got it.
Got it.
Barely. He's
Gets
gonna
the deal.
he's gonna leave forward though.
I think he might think mug. Pieces of murder.
This axe boy knows he's got all the time in the world. That's why I made that move.
Well, he does. Well, not exactly.
I mean, nobody's decoding.
He's going. Merc already used his, what's it called?
Self-heal.
Yeah, self-heal.
Did he? I didn't check.
Sure he did.
No, good map make the rest of
It's gonna be close.
Slow down from the tree.
Just late.
Just like. I'm not getting like. Yeah, this should be it. We'll go to the next match. I
Even
really
if
want
Merc
to
completed it right now, or to like die, there's still
Titan isn't even option 2.
Yeah, with 4 ciphers involved.
I mean, they really have to do it. That one's in its action. It's good. The discipline. Wow, 4-man elimination.
Yeah, absolute domination from this axe blade. But now this is gonna put the hunter, the TVC's hunter, under a lot of pressure to pull something off. Because this hunter needs a 4-man elimination to tie the round. Not only that, but I mean, we're on Eversleeping. This is a map that, especially against like a whole lot of non-meta and stuff like that, this can be a really hard map for some hunters.
Yeah, fam. Well, I'm gonna hunt you guys. I'm gonna get 4-man on you guys.
You know, another thing that's very important to note, now that they like the TVC, Drunk Randoms is playing as Survivor, right? Okay, so now that the Drunk Randoms are playing as Survivors, they can play for the tie. They can, they don't have to respect any rescues.
Yeah, for
now
sure.
that their hunter did a 4-man.
Yeah, but I really love this match. Bro, that one in here. You're gonna remember that Axe Boy match for days.
Yeah, it was a very scary axe boy match.
Yeah, you know, going back to what you're saying, you know, T-Rex, keep in mind these survivors, they only need a 1-person escape to secure the win for this round. So, you know, if you get in a position where even if one of your survivors goes down quickly, you may not even attempt the rescue and just push those side machines. Just try to get to those exit gates as quick as possible.
I also have to try and study biology. Damn it.
Oh.
Yeah, also, that being that the hunter has to go for a win here, that kind of puts, I think generally speaking, tie hunters off the table. So we probably won't see a bonbon to start off. We probably won't see any other tie hunters like Bloody Queen or possibly Anne. We're probably going to see something along the lines of, I would predict, probably something along the lines of a Wu Chang, Dream Witch, or Sculptor, someone that would be able to go for that win. Just in my perspective as a hunter, that would be what I'm thinking of, is I don't want to play a tie hunter, even if I necessarily feel like more comfortable with a specific hunter. You pretty much have to go for the win in this scenario. So it'll be definitely interesting.
I agree 100%. They need like map pressure, because they have to worry about the survivors just not going for the save.
Yeah, for sure.
You need like a Sculptor map pressure, or Wu Ching map pressure, or the Dream Witch map pressure.
For sure.
Oh God, who let dog play for the survivors? Okay. All right. Well, yeah. We're gonna see. I mean, I think we saw recently, or at least last week, we saw this hunter play for TVC. I think they played a few tie hunters. I think they played Disciple, if I'm not mistaken. So this may not actually be an option here. Disciple is one of the most tying hunters in the game. You can secure a lot of ties quite easily, but it's very difficult to actually create a win scenario as a Disciple main. So if that is the case, this is going to be a lot more difficult for this hunter.
Especially, I would say, especially on Eversleeping, which usually warrants that you generally need to carry Blink to get a really fast early down. But we'll see what this hunter does, especially on Eversleeping. Eversleeping is a tough map for Anne. Generally speaking, maps with a lot of really good pallets and areas to block lines of sight, such as with all of these buildings, the graveyard, generally tend to be areas that are kind of rougher for Anne's. But we'll have to see what this hunter decides to do. I mean, we did see an Axe Boy pick for round 1. Traditionally on Eversleeping, when we look at professional tournament gameplay, a lot of times it is that Sculptor in the Dream Witch, but I mean, that one idiot literally just absolute domination with Axe Boy. We can't rule out that this hunter here might be able to pull something out that we didn't expect.
A miracle.
It is a bit of a gamble to play Axe Boy though, because you do actually have to be pretty consistent with the fireballs to match what that one idiot just did.
Yeah, for sure.
His fireballs were rare.
Absolutely.
Like in the first JCB, he only missed one. Did he miss one?
I think
he hit the owl instead of hitting the fireball.
Yeah.
I think he did that, well, he went for the snipe, but he put himself in a position where he could still eat that speed boost and be successful.
And, yeah, looking at the Survivor band on our side here, it's absolutely, you know, it does make sense if you're talking about this is a situation where this hunter has to get the 4-person elimination to at least secure a tie for the round. And Mechanic is that one character that can, you know, easily create a tie scenario for the Survivors. If someone were to die instantly, you have Mechanic on the team. You're still in a position to potentially tie the match just based off of that side range. So I think that's a pretty obvious ban and a good ban.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're just waiting for all the survivors to select their picks.
I seem to see the same comp too. I mean,
Oh yeah, this is exactly the same comp. This is probably one of the best comps you can ever see.
Yeah.
With maybe the Seer being substituted for an Explorer at times.
Yeah, for sure.
Or maybe you could substitute forward for like a Wildling if you're going for like you need at least one person out. It's very hard to kill a Wildling usually.
Usually Wildling is used when the forward's banned. At least that's how we see him in tournaments, so he tends to be more of a later round pick. But then again, like you were saying, these survivors only need a one-man escape, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see.
You know, talking about that Wildling, you know, Wildling's not a bad character. You know, in a position where if you're trying to push for like a win, Wildling promotes rotation, makes it hard for the hunter to actually, you know, find people in the early game. But in situations where you only need like a tie, a slower decoder such as Wildling may not be, you know, the best option. They do opt to go forward though, which can save the, you know, buy time in the later game. But forward again with that slower decoding could potentially come back to hurt them here. But we'll have to see how this game, how this game is going to play this game.
Yeah, for sure. And it is going to be that and pick, so on Eversleeping, we can probably expect to see that up-down and this map teleport. I think that would be the most winning build for an Ann, because I've actually been experimenting a lot with Ann, and I find that up-down teleport is the build that gives the most winning potential. You have to go up because her skill by nature requires it around pallets. But, I mean, we'll have to see what these survivors are able to pull off as well. I mean, they do have a Seer, which, to a certain extent, is able to counter Disciple, along with that Priestess, which is pretty destructive against pretty much any hunter on this map. Anything else you guys would like to add?
Well, now that we know we're seeing an Ann and we're going to be seeing a Seer, that means the first person to go down is going to most likely take at least 3 hits. Ann has no way of like taking up like any
so what's the key score? What's the key score? Well, too late, you can't win $10,000 though.
Okay.
Okay, so he's at middle and he's gonna bump the top off. Down, I'm like, I love how catches go through your walls.
Will he pick up the throw?
Oh, look at that. Oh, no, he actually missed.
Yeah, because he's also good discipline.
And we are going to see Anna's going to call back her cats. That was part of her recent buff.
Good. Good. Good.
The question is our actually it looks like they're actually committed to the forward. Wait, she does have teleport. She might just be, you know,
No, it's big.
is it really? Oh my god, you're right. It is a blink.
Yes, it is a big.
Ah, there's that bird coming into play. This Anna's having...
done.
Really, really good job.
Yeah, for sure. And this Anne has actually had some pretty good palette mind gaming thus far into the game. So I think we could... Will they even rescue? Because they only need that tie. And we were saying this at the beginning, that they might just disrespect any rescuing at all. But this Anne isn't able to teleport and disrupt the ciphers, which is why this tends to be more of a tying build. What we're going to see is this Anne's going to try to cat that middle cipher, and if she gets that cat, she'll call the cats back, and she got the priestess. Now, priestess can't decode for 10 seconds.
Let's see. Looks like the mercenary is
Good blink.
That was very smart.
And this is going to be an elimination at 4 ciphers.
I mean, yeah, unless he's forced to find the series,
Unless he gets a quick down or a good start.
two portals, or you chase a mercenary, and that looks like relocate over
Oh, nice cat, nice cat.
Good cat.
He does have 2 portals though, so we should just right now.
For sure.
Drop the pattern.
Yeah, Merc's just trying to buy time. She's probably gonna...
job from the priestess. She's gonna relocate the warehouse. This is
Basement is here though, so we should remember ourselves that. She just cannot die there.
not opting to chase her here. I think he, acknowledges that warehouse is a very two-star area is gonna really come back to her. Oh, here, that's
Dodges the guy.
Good dash from the Anne. And that was part of her recent buff, is that she's able to go in one direction, and where she angles her camera, she's able to move her dash in that direction. You can see she was doing that right there.
Dungeon it. Swings.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing about Ant-Man really struggles against someone who just doesn't have a
Yeah, for sure.
Try to unstop and swings but doesn't hit. Oh dear.
Gotta be careful about extending this kite too long, so you might be able to get another owl. Good stun.
Max that pattern.
That was a very important moment.
Might just instantly teleport.
Oh, it does have Trump. He's gonna be able to. Oh, this is actually not too bad for the and once them offer that force arrest. But he has to get this. 2 portals still available. This is why you get to a very strong character on a map.
Yeah, Sisto has his bug. He might just suck a bug.
Unfortunately, even though it was really good to teleport, the teleport now going to be on cooldown. If they pop the cipher before teleport to the cooldown, Anne's going to be in a very bad spot.
I mean, the mentality here is this Anne has to get the 4-man, so even though it's on cooldown, which can sacrifice all of endgame, she had to go for that.
It was there was no
It depends. If she can stuff this rescue.
you would need to carry
Doesn't matter. Marcus knows how to assist on his butt. This isn't it looks good for Andy, it also looks decent for survivors if they just keep on pushing this game.
Oh yeah, look at his positioning. He's all the way to the
teleport.
he's ready for rescue as soon as he's instantly going for the rescue. Oh, look at that. That was a nice hit from the Ann. The Ann actually managed to hit the seer without activating the...
Yeah, for sure.
But still
opening the game by himself. I don't think the priest is able to actually save this seer here and potentially get one. He's gonna find the mercenary. The priestess has not started with
There's 4-man potential here.
the priest is actually rescuing Seer.
the priestess has to make the save here.
This rescue doesn't happen, it's pretty much game over.
Okay, well, the one bright side is Mert does still pick himself up if this priest stalls long enough.
Depends
Look
on
like she
what
just...
25.
Gonna get it down here. Mercenary self, he'll only about 50% of the way.
He could escape dungeon.
As you can see, also detention is about to run out, so if Mert picks himself up, there's no way you can...
No,
Oh yeah, Dungeon's Fate
Yeah,
Gate.
there's no way Mert requires 2 hits.
yeah. Good stuff.
Good game.
And did really good. And did really good, but really the survivors did just as well to make sure that they're comfortable for the next round.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it was quite interesting that Anne opted not to share the exit game there. It does buy a little bit less time, or a little bit more time for the survivors rather to get that exit gate open if you're the priestess. But unfortunately, it backfired a little bit there. If he opted to share the mercenary, he might have been able to get to that exit gate, find the priestess, and eliminate her as well. But there's not much you can really do, from a hunter. You don't really know where the survivor is in that position.
Yeah, like
very
we
difficult.
know where they are, but they don't know where they are. And you honestly just have to make predictions.
For sure. But there's also no saying with that extra time it would have taken to chair them, whether that Anne was going to be able to go ahead and if that priestess was going to open the exit gate there with that extra time, taking that mercenary to the chair. There's no saying what could have happened there. Also,
Oh, yeah, the Ant had no idea how close the priestess was to saving Seer. The Seer save could have happened, right there. It was very close. It was very close rescue.
yeah, a lot of things would have changed if that rescue was able to go through.
Yeah. Okay, they finally accepted the bloody invite.
So now we're going to be seeing church, yeah?
Yeah, we're gonna see the Holy Church.
Are we going to see Zeus as the hunter, potentially?
Zeus.
I really like Red Church. Red Church tends to be pretty good for both sides, I would say.
Yeah, it's a pretty balanced map.
There's a new Legacy server.
Huh?
There's a new Legacy server. Like the Legacy. Here we just made an announcement, fam.
Okay.
This is so cool.
Make sure to join PÖPPET'S server, guys.
Links in the description.
Fam. Make sure I always will tell you guys dark humor jokes.
Dark humor jokes.
Yeah. So you most likely will get offended / will also get cancelled. But it works.
Right. You guys should also join the Community League server as well.
Yeah, but first join my server, then you can join their server.
And subscribe to Eli. Link to his channel in this description.
Thank you. Yeah, all right. Well, moving into the second match, I'm not actually sure. I don't recall what this hunter played as a second hunter after the Ant ban, but
I know. I think the second hunter was like who? I left the lobby. Okay, can you invite me? Can you invite me?
I think got kicked. Or...
I got kicked. Oh wait.
I got kicked.
Oh yeah, I got
no, I
kicked as
didn't.
well.
No, it's back.
No, you're captain.
Oh yeah. It was just loading.
Just invite me. Invite your kings.
I think it just said you're in game.
Invite.
It says you're in game, Poppet.
Okay, let me just relog in. Let me just quickly.
SMH.
I don't know if I'm gonna join back. Did you guys know that Fulham are tied to Man City right now?
Huh?
Oh no, none of you care about football.
Sports ball?
Oh, not at all. Think about soccer, like soccer football.
Okay, Eli, you're banned. No, Jeremy, you're back.
Wait,
goodbye.
do you actually mean like soccer football? I'm confused.
You're also kicked. Bye. It's just you and me music, man. It's just you.
Oh.
I didn't know which one you were talking about, so I had to make sure.
Yeah, most people.
Start the match, Mr. T-Rex.
Us Americans don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't care about you, Yank. Just start the bloody match. Start the match right now, young man.
I'm not
No, but seriously, start the match.
T-Rex, you're the captain.
You gotta start the match.
Okay, cool.
Good start.
Who made volunteer? Okay, I started it. It's good.
We're gonna be seeing a Dreamwitch man. Leaving him the Ann. I feel like this is personally a risky move, because I always like when I play Ann, or when I want to play Ann, I'm always happy when Red Church is the map that's picked. I mean, it's definitely a better Ann map than what Ever Sleeping is, so it'll be interesting to see. And we're seeing the mechanic and the Seer ban, which kind of leads me to think we're probably going to see that Ann. Now, the thing you got to be careful of when you ban, decoder assist is that you're leaving them with a whole lot of rescuers to pick from. So I think we can expect to see a lot of rescuers being played, and that can make it really difficult for the hunter to get that first down there. Although that is riskier because you have that slower decoding.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Looking, allowing the hunter to potentially have that Ann again is, as you said, very risky, especially on a smaller map like Red Church. And very dominant on the smaller maps, has better, options to potentially control the map and slow down that decoding. Additionally, after that performance from the Ann in the last map, the last game, especially on a bad map for Ann, performed very well. So the survivors not opting to ban that hunter here is interesting, but we'll see how it comes into play. Potentially a bloody queen though from the hunter as they're currently hovering over that character.
I see a priestess. I saw him. I didn't look up with
I like the priestess pick on this map, especially when you have those portals set up like in church, around Backgate and stuff. When we look at high tier gameplay, a lot of what we're seeing is these survivors, what they do is they'll kite the hunter, but they'll purposely kite like into the priestess setup portals, and they'll be able to extend the kite by drastic amounts of time. And we're seeing possibly an Axe Boy pick. We're kind of hovering over that right now. But I won't be surprised if we see that Ann come out again.
I think the reason they're hovering over the Axe Boy is for a potential counterplay with the Explorer.
Oh
That'd
yeah, with the purple fireballs.
In that case, you can just put Easter. No. Anyways, yeah, it looks like I think that might actually be the option. Looking at this team comp, it would actually make sense. Try to locate that Explorer early game, considering that you have, you have 2 rescuers and a priestess. Neither 3 of those are ideal chase options. You can always chase a priestess, but priestess being one of the best heightened characters in the game, and probably that you don't want to chase a mercenary or forward. So going for a potentially somewhat anti-explorer strategy here might not be a bad idea for us.
Yeah, for sure. And we are seeing that Explorer over the Seer, which is something that we didn't see in all of round 1, but it's really common in high tier tournament gameplay. But that was because that Seer was banned. And it is going to be that Axe Boy there.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, going back to what you were talking about, with these survivor bans, we see that mechanic, you know, banned, always one of the most common first-round ban for Hunters, and Seer as well. But again, like you were talking about, with the Seer being banned instead of a Rescuer like Mercenary, you have that option for a heavier Rescuer plus Explorer team con, and there aren't great chase options for this Axe Boy. So we're going to see exactly how that comes into play here. It also depends on how well this rotation is. Keep in mind this is Red Church, so there are a lot of spawns that are unfavorable for survivors. So you could easily locate that Explorer or Priestess early game, you know, if you don't rotate accordingly. So we'll see how that comes into effect here.
Yeah, for sure. And we've got about 30 seconds until the match starts, so I think the idea with playing, another idea with playing Axe Boy is Axe Boy actually has more win potential, in my opinion, than what Anne has.
And she can stuff rescues. He's got a good cut. And he also has decent map control too.
Especially going against a Hunter like that one idiot, I think this Hunter wants to give as much of a security blanket for his survivors as possible. So we're gonna see what the spawn is at the beginning, and then I'll let you guys take it from there. Alright, so we see that it is going to be the spawn group 4. We can expect this Hunter to possibly go for that riskier top broken move. Unfortunately, the Mercenary did spawn there.
Yeah,
and that is
Mercenary.
He's breaking the wall now.
Looks like Priestess setting up portals. We're gonna see where the Explorer is. Looks like he's actually at backgate, so chasing after this Mercenary first is not ideal. Probably gonna see
he's breaking all the walls though.
He does have teleport as an option here, so maybe just tell this Mercenary try to get a free hit. Teleport. Right now, this Hunter does carry punching effect. The Explorer is nice
Fireball!
My lord!
That was, and it instantly goes for a target switch.
He got blocked.
Relocating towards his back area. The only survivor is the forward though, so if he potentially goes towards back, he may find the Explorer. That would be ideal. Search this area first, finds the forward. We'll see the opposite chasing here. And it looks like
yeah, and this is an unfortunate layout of the spawn. He got a good spawn, but he ended up finding the rescuers.
Priestess.
Unfortunately,
Priestess is actually rotating towards the Explorer. Okay, Explorer's rotating now, so never mind. No bad scenario will happen.
That's pretty much what he can do here. We see not carrying the pallet breaking, which is interesting for a teleport build in my opinion. But we're gonna have to see Priestess going for these portals here. We're gonna have to see if there might be some counterplay with the fireballs here.
Do you see that fireball that's coming up? Doesn't get it.
Actually, you know, going back to this teleport out of the city into the graveyard instead of backgate is, you know, backgate is a for survivors. I think it was predicting that the Explorer would most likely locate the considering that he is higher. But kind of actually working the survivors
He's gonna take a hit right there.
Eating the speed boost. That's what he was
He only
doing.
left longer, so he's gonna give that avenue.
progress as well. See this kind of traps him. He does have a portal available. They use it right here. Oh,
Narrowly misses.
That will give him a wake in the morning.
It's a nice try to swim through the power.
Destroys the portal. That was a bit of a short portal though.
They got her out of danger. It did its purpose.
Gets mine.
We're going to see the Priestess get shared. This is actually not as much Cypher's left. It's not terrible for the Axe Boy. Keep in mind the Mercenary is injured. The survivors, I believe, they heal him up. Yeah, so the progress is a little bit lacking. The Axe Boy is still in a position to potentially die here. This is a very weak chair, so the survivors can
Will this be before half, though?
but he can teleport back to the chair. I think he's going to be able to get the double.
Maybe.
Terror shot!
This is exactly what exactly what he needed. Now there's actually a chance to come back in this game.
Poppet.
This forces the force here. Oh, and the doc's there. Let's see if he's gonna the space.
That was a good stunt. Good stunt.
And a good body block. He took a hit for the priestess. I think he's going to switch targets onto the Merc. That's probably the best case scenario. There's no way.
I think he has to chair the mercenary and the forward here, force a rescue on both survivors, but he's gonna.
Oh, instead he actually finds.
He doesn't know if Explorer has pages. I don't think.
He doesn't have pages though, which is kind of like,
Yeah.
just decreases the value of the shit, but he is a pretty option as he really doesn't have much to help.
Fireball right there.
You just have to be really careful letting an Explorer go because you never really know if he has pages or not.
He's actually switching off of the Explorer to destroy the Merc, but I'm not sure if that was actually worth it. Yeah.
They're gonna heal up now.
He finds the Explorer again, and I guess it wasn't. Oh, he sniped him with a nice fireball.
These fireballs are super clean now.
And the decoding progress. It looks like their only cipher is it's only about 20% of the way done. So the survivors still have to kind of run. It's very difficult based on how targets. The pressure that here does have teleport available. We'll see what the mercenaries do here. So that
That fire, that. I don't know if we make it before half.
He's still got another elbow.
Yeah, looks like he's gonna go
As
after
you
half.
can see, actually back now.
So we're
Take this too.
probably looking at an after half rescue. Now, Merc can't risk getting stuffed again until that cipher possibly gets primed.
That's what I start rescuing now. It's otherwise he just.
He actually goes for the teleport.
I don't think this is too bad of a play. I mean, I think he's
See, now it depends how long is this kite. How long is this kite?
Priestess is dead on Cherry, you have to remember.
She needs the
yeah.
kite at least 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds right now. 10 more seconds. Ooh, she has
they're going to be able to finish this in time. Let's see if he can get a flame. That's going to be the key here. If he can get a flame in, then
It's down the priestess.
and gets it down.
Instantly gets down. Yep.
Forward's here.
Forward's playing like fire right there. I'm very nervous for him.
Yeah, this is still a tie situation. Still good.
This dungeon is up.
Hatch's top broken.
It's going to push the key instead of moving the forward here. This is
Just gonna stay here. Just trying to buy some time, Muggs. Just gonna stay here. He's just gonna stay.
I think these survivors acknowledge that this top broken seems to be on the backside there. Mercenary is going to have to catch up to that forward, potentially cut him off here. See if he actually opts to go towards back gate. The forward's going to rotate in towards the
Oh, there's crows.
Those crows, man. The animals have betrayed him. The natural. Now, really, I don't know how he could survive this.
Oh yeah, they're really honestly showing me away.
He's got to make a run for it. That's what he's got to do.
Unless he does that one way.
He switched the blink.
I think he's going to be able to cut him off though. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to make it here. It does have that flame available. And goes to that down.
Wait, why did he take teleport?
You know, actually, I was thinking about that. I didn't want to really mention it until the game was over, but yeah, that is very interesting to take teleport and trump card.
And yeah,
I've actually never seen that strategy before.
yeah, me neither. I have not
Wait,
as well, but
wait, Alex joined Legacy?
able to what?
Alex joined Legacy. Never knew that.
I don't know.
Yeah, he
I
did.
knew
No, he
that.
did.
Okay.
Wow, I never knew that. I actually never knew that. Like, I genuinely never knew that.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. It's me, Mario.
So at this point, these survivors need to be able to get at least a tie to, or shoot, what am I thinking?
They need the survivor right now. TVC, they need a tie.
They need a tie to keep the game alive.
It's GG in the BO3. But that one idiot, he's not gonna make that easy. Nah, that one idiot's gonna pressure them so hard.
Be interesting to see if we get some sort of non-meta pick as well.
Ooh, non-meta.
They need to win this round, don't they? Otherwise, they just drunk randoms just win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If this is a tie, it goes on to a third round.
Yeah, the Stars
Yes.
get at least a tie here to force the third round.
At least a win would be better too. But that one idiot, like I said, he won't make it easy.
So essentially, it might actually be. We'll see if that one idiot also decides to play a winning hunter this round as well. We'll probably expect to see that Axe Boy banned after that performance in round 1, especially on a map like Red Church. It'll be interesting to see what that one idiot decides to run. I know he's got a violinist and a ripper up his sleeve, but I don't know if necessarily that will be a winning setup. But of course, we saw that excellent performance on Eversleeping with Axe Boy. I mean, anything could really happen here. Anything you guys would like to add?
No, that was pretty solid right there.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah. So going to the match, we do have 100 band, 2 survivor bands. I'm interested to see what idiot opts to use here. He does have, like you said, quite an arsenal of hunters available, but we're most likely going to see that Axe Boy mid band after that first round performance, and expect idiot to potentially play a win hunter. If you could just get a win here, you could also go for a tie, and once you're in a tie,
Yeah, just make my job more harder and longer.
Well, it also it makes it so the drunk randoms are still in a very good position. It forces TVC to win the last round by a significant amount of points. So we may see if he goes for a tie hunter such as something like Ripper, that might not be a bad strategy. But we'll see if he goes all out, goes for the win, and goes for a more winning hunter here.
I'm tempted to also join Legacy. Hey, I have a Legacy member playing.
In this scenario, though, it's also going to be...
Oh, come on, why you just ignore me?
Even if they do extend this into a third round, TVC, if they do get the tie and go to a third round, they still have to come back from a point deficit as well.
Scare Hunter, don't worry. If I were you, which is what not trying to do that. And what you're gonna do, yeah, alright.
What is that?
I'm just watching just checking out Insta fam.
Oh, I thought you were watching another stream, and I was like, what are you doing, Poppet? And we are seeing that Axe Boy ban. Now we're seeing, as an alternative to last round where that Seer was banned, it's going to be that Mechanic and Merc ban. So, again, you're cutting off the survivors from the heavier Rescuer team comp.
Yeah, I'm back.
It'll be
Who's gonna
interesting
play
to see.
Heleba?
Nice. Gotta go for the tie with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4-man rescue comp.
Looks like we're
Yeah,
going
we
for the
did,
4
uh,
rescuers.
Like violinist. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes violinist. He's very comfortable with it.
We did see the 4-person rescue comp from TVC last week and actually used it to quite success. I believe they got a 4-person escape with it. Now this is a little bit of a different scenario. Violinist can chase any of the 3 rescuers, excluding the wildling. So you may see him go after one of them here. And that map they had last week was on Sacred Heart Hospital, which is a lot more survivor sided. So, but again, yeah, I mean the survivors they used it to their advantage last week. They may use it again here, and I think that's what we're going to see.
This can also be really tough for a hunter, but there is a certain degree of risk when you play this. In the case that the survivors aren't able to get a super long kite, that decoding is going to be a lot slower. So
Yeah.
that gives the hunter a lot more counterplay if the hunter is able to get an earlier down. But I mean, it's a round 2. Anything could happen. Looks like we're gonna have to see whether this 4 rescuer is going to be what these survivors decide to go with. And we're going to see, we're hovering over the violinist. I will not be surprised at all if that's what Idiot decides to select. Now, if you are going for a win here, I think typically what you do as a violinist is you'll go like up, down, and teleport is pretty standard when you're shooting for the win. Although if you're going for the tie, you might go like down, right, blink. That's just been my experience playing violinist.
So you're gonna go violinist. Violinist generally is a tie hunter.
Yeah.
If this to say.
Be interesting to see. I mean, we saw that teleport with Axe Boy. It'll be interesting to see if we see that teleport come out again on a different hunter. And the match starts in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. It is going to be the spawn group 7 layout, so expect that hunter to go towards backgate.
Actually, yeah, I think in this scenario, the key spawn is actually behind Shack. So Survivor spawns behind Shack. One Survivor does spawn backgate as well. So you may check out both of these areas. He does catch onto a trail
Let's see
there.
who my bunk. That's great. That's the east. That's
But,
really,
oh,
that's
yeah.
the best choice.
That's not ideal. Let's see if the Grape to dodge the here. Able to dodge a good. That's a big deal. He dropped the first, avoiding that there.
We can see.
But remember, violinist needs on presence. He needs that presence, and that's what he wants.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. It was kind of interesting watching whenever violinist is present in the chat. Nice note. Be interesting to see though. It's also been really funny to watch some of the tournament games.
He's actually kind of
Yeah.
Because in tournaments, sometimes violinists actually just straight up run.
Jason on first officer. Oh my lord.
Now the thing
Really
with
good job.
first officer is his secondary ability. He can swing without consequence. So first officer has to be really careful.
Uses another watch. Instantly, so he does really good discipline. Just still want to forward though.
Wildly. Yeah.
They look the same.
Leading presence.
Actually,
Oh, hey, this is
Actually, this is starting to look really
risky,
good.
fam. Risky. Risky.
Yeah, this is really good for the first officer right now. Not only is this kite pretty good, they haven't been feeding presence as a first officer instead of the gravekeeper.
Absolutely, and this is why first officer is actually not too bad of a character. Kind of underrated for the most part. He's one of those rescue characters that chasing as you do. Does get the note there for the down, but he is not full presence to the hunter when you take those hits. So he is at full presence now, but it would have had a little bit longer because that full presence was not earlier on.
Depends. What could first officer make a stun like that? Can we stop?
Now, the thing you gotta be careful of when you run first officer, after you use your pocket watches, you don't exactly have a ton of lead potential. So that's just something to keep in mind. That'll probably determine whether they decide to go with that rescue or not.
Yeah, keep in mind though, first officer does have that increased chair persistence. He can be on the rocket chair 20% longer than most survivors. So this does buy a little bit of extra time to the wildly pop off the board. You think the rescue dodges the note, an excellent job. I don't think the full presence will have much effect on the against the chair. That's the problem. He's able to save as well. Does the first officer there, but
There was a no into rescue though.
yeah, to save without getting hit. That is a very good job from the wildling.
You might just start tunneling first officer so he can get afford a tie.
Yeah. Essentially, he's in this scenario where he really only needs a tie.
Basement?
Basement's here though.
First officer actually kited towards basement. That's really unfortunate. You can see forward over there, so maybe it won't be too bad.
Ford might take a hit here. Good job there. Oh, the presence there. And, slow them down. One of the ways that violence goes forward is they slow them down. They make it a lot harder for them to stun. And he is kind of forcing it away here. And see if the first officer is able to self-heal. I don't think so. He's got 90% of the way done, but unable to get it off there, unfortunately. And the Ford, no chance at a stun, considering how slow he is. We're going to see the first officer get chaired here for the second time. Looking at the Cypher machine progress, they don't really have the last Cypher's worked on.
I think they definitely got a big win.
I think it's too early to call whether it's a tie or high win-loss. I think we're still too early in the game for that.
Looks like oh,
Gets the rescue!
that is huge. That's gonna buy a lot of extra time for the survivors.
Yeah.
Especially right behind the back of the sun.
I'll be honest, I wasn't watching, so what happened?
Ford goes for the goes back him up a little bit there. It does no stun, but it does buy a little bit extra time.
She should just make it right there.
I think he may just link him here. The problem is two people harassing. I'm not sure why the Fords continue to harass her.
I don't think forward could count because he could actually use that. That's enough for a stunner. Oh,
Good note!
That was a instantly go.
stuff. How did the wilding be on the board?
I think wildling. It's wildling or is it 90?
It's 65. Oh, gets the push.
Good push. Actually, what's the again?
Pop it.
I'm just not paying attention to my own tournament.
Going back to what we were talking about the forward harassment, like especially the forward now is down going for that harassment. I would personally allow the wildling to harass. Now you still need one full side for this forces a second rescue, but I believe the Great Keeper is still tide turner available, so as long as he does have tide and not something like broken windows, you might actually see in a combo with heavy rescuers, but as long as he does have tide turner, so a bad position to
I think it's good enough.
Good dodge from the wild.
I'm gonna think that the Great Keeper probably doesn't have time. That's what I gather from this choice.
Yeah, but probably be one for the save. It looks like they may just wait. I think the Wildling's gonna wait this out. Teleport is not available for so I believe the Great Keeper will be able to prime the Cypher. It's about 50% of the way done here. But it looks like Violet is opting to change targets here, heading towards this Great Keeper. And a little bit of a late rotation there. Unfortunately, does have an right here. Good moves from the Great Keeper. What do you hit there? That one as well takes the hit. That's a pretty good job for the Great Keeper. Not any unnecessary hits. Forces attack recovery. He's getting height away from that last Cypher. This is very intelligent for this Great Keeper. He acknowledges he needs to get away from that last Cypher. He dodges the nose.
Palestine!
Oh boy.
Neil. Yeah, that teleport was actually a really well-timed move there from the center.
And in the forward, be the one
Someone's dead on rocket chair, right?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh
So,
I can't see back from this now.
one thing, if you rewatch that actually, and something that's interesting, I'm pretty sure this is what the Violence was doing. So when you saw when he went for that swing, he like flicked his screen up, and I believe for characters like, I think especially it's most noticeable with Axe Boy, but I think it actually slightly increases the hitbox a little bit when you flick your screen up like that. So I think that's what he was doing there. Good palette mind game there.
Maybe you should check Arcus right now so it can save us a lot more time. Like, really, you can just need to check Great Keeper. Like, just check Great Keeper and you'll fine.
They've already won.
No.
Well, not necessarily. It's so tight to hatch. You never know.
Just check and make my job more easy than...
Yeah.
Pop
The
it.
only situation where they survive.
Try hard.
Well, he actually opts to get up. So you saying that you're the hunter. That's not
I'm
ideal.
gonna knock him down, I'm gonna get you off.
You want to wait till that hunter's gone. We're losing that Poppy,
I'm
good.
doing a review where Amps gets a format.
We're gonna see him that up for this.
Whoa, good.
Well, there isn't really much to commentate on. This is kind of like
let's talk about our day.
we're watching that
T-Rex,
one
how was
kid
your day?
on the corpse. Oh, my day is just fine so far.
What did you do today?
I took an amazing nap. What did you do? Oh, wait.
I did. I had.
And the dishes.
I did homework. I did. I guess I should probably just focus more on my education. I did play a lot of these new gun games, which are pretty nice. Yeah, just games where you have guns so you can go bang bang bang.
Well, that's a very big jump shot. I think they call it first-person shooters. If I'm not mistaken.
FPS.
Yeah, that's the same.
That's frames per second, Poppet.
No, FPS. No, like what a Jew! What now?
Explosions, as you can see, he was turned away when he activated that skill.
Oh, yeah. And that is the 4-person elimination that will be the win. Or what is it, Drunk Rant?
Yep.
Yeah.
Drunk Rant.
No, they're called banana freakers.
Okay.
Yay, Ching joined my server! Ha, take that. Your server, your server. I have Ching, you guys don't. I'm all fault. Alright, then you.
Anyway, looking back at that match, I think the downside to for the survivors in the end there, was the Ford actually being the one to decode that last cipher. That's very risky. I think one scenario that could have happened is the Wildling is actually the one that primes the cipher, and the Ford just stays hidden. If you teleport on the Wildling, he can instantly hop on that boar, and the violinist has no option of actually chasing someone. Is forced to go back to that chair, and the Ford might have been able to get a free save or something, and the Wildling can prime the cipher. But yeah, having that person dead on chair, decoding the last cipher, again, very risky because it allows for a teleport option, and that's exactly what we saw in that match. And yeah.
So the next what? Or what's the next one? Good.
Poppet.
Poppet.
Is it versus CVC? We haven't wrote down 9:30.
Ronin versus CVC, right? I think. Yeah.
I'm looking at the announcement right now. Oh, hey, 9:30 UK is actually now. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that either.
Oh, yeah. I just look it up every time. UK time is not real to me.
I do it every time, even though I know it's like 5 hours ahead or whatever. I'm just like, I don't want to do this math. I'll plug it into Google. Okay. Is Papa still here?
No, Poppet left.
Left UC.
SMH.
So if you want, you can diss on the UK for your heart's
Yes.
Yeah. UK. Yeah.
That's all you got.
like football. Do they call like soccer football in the UK? They don't just
Football.
say American football or anything
Football.
like that.
Football. Yeah. Football.
What a big sport.
Damn.
Oh.
Why are you talking about bloody football? That's about the best my British accent is.
I will quickly use the restroom, and I will be right back.
Well, actually, that's a good idea. Let's have a bit of a bathroom break. I'll be right back as well. Music Man, entertain our audience. You're the one streaming.
Hey, okay. What's up, y'all? This is gonna turn into a Q&A here, right? Yeah. Everybody else is using the restroom. I don't know what else to do besides go up the stairs and just spin around Poppet's character. Oh, I can't even do that all the way.
I just need you guys to be patient.
They all left, Poppet. You took too
Wait,
long.
what?
You took too
Wait,
long.
they all left?
Yeah, they all
Come
left.
back,
We're on our
guys.
own.
You guys can hear some of my dark humor jokes.
They told me to make jokes.
Okay, so make the joke then.
So we just like make fun of the UK, right?
Fucking wankers with your school shootings.
What?
Oh, did you guys have school shootings?
Oh my gosh.
Well, I thought that was like the yearly tradition over in America. Just shoot each other.
I can't right now. Oh.
We're gonna get CVC versus Ronin.
Yeah, Plague, my boy.
My G and CVC, they're Chinese, so yeah. Better than Plague's not Chinese though.
I just know Plagued. Wait, doesn't Cats play for Ronin as well?
Yeah, I'm not sure if we're playing today though. Because on his Insta, he got stopped by some police or something.
Oop. That got real quiet real quick.
You got real quiet, real quick. Baby, I never, you were super quick.
Not the singing again. Oh, what instruments do I play? I play the clarinet, the saxophone.
Guys, let's hear this. Let's laugh at this. Fab.
I'm done. I'm done. Poppet, entertain the audience. Actually, I shouldn't ask you to do that.
Let me guys tell you about a really cool story. Alright. It all began on a summer day, alright?
Okay.
Someone got hit by the car at the end.
Wait, do we want to do 1v1s like last time? When we tried to stall?
No, I'm just showing out the team. You want them.
What? Now I'm alone in VC again. They left me all alone.
No, I'm back.
Oh, someone came back. Okay. I thought that was Poppet leaving me. Wait.
Wait, it's still leave you. Sorry.
No, Poppet was just here. Where did he go? SMH. He literally was just here and then left right when both of you came.
Oh, really? That interesting. Maybe he isn't real.
Okay.
So how's your day? What did you do today?
I played my clarinet. That's about what I did. We should all just start circling around Poppet's character. Come join me on the stairs, T-Rex.
Your little icon for YouTube. What instruments are next to you?
I've got my clarinet, and then alto and tenor sax, and the flute there. Those were some of my more main instruments in high school. I'm playing clarinet in college right now, and occasionally I stream myself playing to my Discord server, and that's fun. It's been really hard being like a performer during this time though, because of like everything being basically shut down and like no concerts and whatever.
Have your shot yet for COVID?
Not yet. Because
so you're not an essential, what you're telling me.
In my state, they still have like restrictions on like who can and can't get it or whatnot, and I'm not in that. Shoot.
You're not in the bubble of people.
Yeah. Demographic, that's the word I was looking for.
Oh, what a very pretty house we're in. Look at all these nice, beautiful decorations.
Let me play this piano here. Do 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 do.
Honestly, you should invest in like a swing or something in here.
This is Poppet's. This isn't mine.
Oh, okay, well, Poppet should invest in a swing, please.
It's okay.
So,
I don't have a swing either.
Okay, well, you both can invest in a swing because it's very important to have something to interact with.
I'm still working on getting all the characters.
No swing. What?
No swing. He has
No swing.
Disappointing. Wow.
When he comes back, we need to just like no swing, just no context, and see how Poppet responds.
Not even like a bed to interact with either. No swing and no bed.
Or the firecrackers, at least. Something. But
Oh yeah,
No
when you guys were
interaction
gone, I was gonna start a Q&A, and then I answered one question, and then Poppet came back, and that just kind of ended.
well, stream. You can ask any questions if you have to. But you know.
Oh yeah. I'm actually watching the stream as well. Ask any questions, and one of us will answer.
Or all of us at the same time.
Oh, perfect. At the same time.
Yelling over each other. Yes. Chat kind of sus though. Okay.
No.
That minute delay is making us wait for the questions.
Oh yeah. SMH Poppet, why did you have to do this to us? Oh, apparently Poppet's back.
All right. Looks like Poppy wants to
Not that
1v1
easy.
T-Rex. Is that one?
Oh, you sure it's me? I think it's Music Man's Ann he wants to go against.
Own
Own him with the Ann again. Do it a second time.
Okay, on Moonlit.
Oh yes, Moonlit and
Wait, hold on.
1v1.
Don't worry about what I just said in the chat. I need to remove that message because that was from the last one. You know how the messages don't disappear. Okay. Anyways. Poppet?
You scared Poppet away. Poppet doesn't want a 1v1.
No, I don't want a 1v1 plagued. I'm gonna get clapped.
I'll 1v1 play. What? Give me 100.
Feaster?
Actually, why don't we let Plague play Hunter?
Ooh. Plagued
Plague
1v1 me.
plays Hunter. It's interesting to watch.
Oh yeah, he's been playing Axeboy, right?
Yes. If you guys have any more questions, yeah, we're gonna do Q&A.
Oh, hey, someone actually asked a question. They said, how do I become a tier 8 gamekeeper?
You don't.
Honestly, I do know a secret strategy. You go to the character.
Okay, so yeah, we're
you
gonna
pick Snake Lady, and there you
we're
go.
gonna see Ronin versus
Poppet.
CVC.
Let him
Who do
answer the
you
question.
think's gonna win? Okay, what's the question?
Oh no. That was the answer. You pick Snake Lady, and then there you go. You're a tier 8 gamekeeper.
Can you ask Poppet to say bottle of water? Bottle of water.
Okay. But yeah.
Wait, can you do like tongue twisters, Poppet?
Give me a tongue twister.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Nice.
Yeah.
That's like the only tongue twister I know.
I think a better one's like I think there's like a seashell one. What was it?
Susie sells seashells by the seashore.
Okay, I'll do the Peter Piper ones.
I would say Sheshore.
Okay, let me do the Peter Piper one.
Plagued has
Peter Piper pickled a peck of pickled peppers. Did Peter Piper pick a peck of pickled peppers? If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Man's got the accent in it.
Plagued versus Music Man? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Poppet started.
Okay.
Start it.
Let's start the 1v1. I want to see it.
I need to see this. Start it. You guys will stop checking. Wait, who's the host? Okay, there we go. Well, guys, we're gonna see Plague showing off his Isabella skin, I guess. Probably spent $200 for that one. Ooh, not the Mind's Eye.
Should I play Mind's Eye?
Very cocky. No, wait, should we tell him who he's going against? Should we spoil it? Do you know?
Forward. Use forward.
Use forward? No, I gotta play.
Seashells by the sea. Seashore.
I'm gonna play Magician for Joggy. My boy Joggy.
Okay, yeah. Play Magician.
Oh yeah, you know what he says. Magician's OP.
Magician is OP.
The stats
Magician
the
isn't bad
stats
against
just
Bloody
haven't backed it up yet.
Magician isn't bad against Bloody Queen. So.
Oh, I'm against a Bloody Queen? Oh man.
I think the only reason why Plague wanted to do this 1v1 is probably to show off his new skill, to be honest. Yeah, he's just swinging.
You know, honestly, I would too, though. I would too.
But I'm the stream. I don't know where I'm going.
He's
You should make him. Yeah.
I don't know. He's walking a corner. He's just standing still.
He's like a... What?
He's fail a skill check at Big Boat, force him to go to.
No,
Big
he's
Boat.
right there.
He sees me. He sees... Oh, I got heartbeat.
No, yeah.
He didn't see you.
No! Plague, come home.
Plague, turn around.
Plague, come home.
Plague, turn around. He's going to crop check.
I'm gonna throw snow at you.
There we go.
And as you can see here, Magician using his wand to dodge the enemy wasn't good enough. Oh, actually, he did it. Wow, the balls on this Magician.
Imagine having the priestess sound skin. I have the priestess sound skin. See, wait for that. Just wait for it. See how good of a mirror he's gonna do here. Interesting. Mirror location, not too bad.
As Magician uses the wand, he actually flips sides. I'm kind of surprised. That was pretty cool.
It's not too bulky.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Now let's see if this Magician's good enough to dodge the wand that will be coming up.
I just don't want there, but
Yeah, so actually I'm looking at it too.
I don't think it would have been a good blink, but
Oh, I meant to vault the pallet.
it actually works out. Mirror.
Interesting mirror. As you can see, the mirror image actually goes way inside the rock.
Oh.
The chair shot, as you can see, Magician leading presence to
Oh, and he's emoting me. I want to spin. I want to spin. Be friendly, Hunter, please.
That was really bad. Those cipher machines were done in that time. As you can see,
I was down to 5 ciphers. Oh my gosh.
85 seconds. 85 seconds.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Magician OP.
Yeah. Alright guys, if I'm gonna buy a new character, who should I buy? Out of the I have every meta character. I do not have Perfumer. I don't think that really does. I mean, I guess it sort of does. I do not have Perfumer. Okay, out of the good characters, I do not have Perfumer, Barmaid, and First Officer.
What about
I have every.
Embalmer?
I do have Embalmer.
Ooh.
It's because I got the skin, so I was like, oh, I'll just buy it and never play him, but I have it. I mean,
honestly, I think I would go Perfumer over Barmaid. I feel like Barmaid really needs the Seer to truly reach her full potential.
She's only really good against Street actually. Alright, let me play Hunter against Plague real quick. Let's go, ready up.
What are we waiting on?
Waiting on the rest of the teams, but then I don't know if they're here.
They're behind schedule, man. They're behind schedule.
Is Poppet still here?
Oh, yes, sir.
They're
here.
Okay, they're coming.
Alright, next round. Oh, Plague wants to. Oh, God, here we go again.
Wait, is that King?
Yeah.
Or Ching? Or
Oh, yes.
Let's go!
Let's see this.
Okay, PÖPPET'S back. I know you missed me.
Wait, who?
Plague versus King?
Plague. That
Plague
twat.
versus King. No, let Plague versus King on it.
Oh no, man, screw him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
Let's see how the
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna...
Start it. Start it. Don't be shy. Start it. Don't be shy. What does he call it? Raw dog. Like saying it raw dog. That's what it is.
So this is Ronin versus CVC. That's right.
Yes.
I will write this in my little notebook that tells me all the notes.
Doo-doo-doo. So I'm gonna have to check. What were the map picks for this match again?
They are. Let me go. Is Owie playing Hunter or Survivor? That's interesting. Let me check. It is CC versus Ronin. That will be. Map 1 is Leo's memory. Map 2 is Ever Sleeping Town.
Ah, Leo's. That's interesting.
It's like Owie's.
Leo's memory, someone really doesn't like playing Hunter. I personally hate Leo's memory.
Yeah, honestly, as a Survivor, this is my favorite. One of my favorite maps to get.
It's not actually a terrible Axe Boy map, so it'll be interesting to see. It's kind of rougher for Dreamwitch, but it's alright for Axe Boy.
I think it's also not bad for Wuchen, and Owie's the Hunter for.
Okay, finally we can start.
If Owie's the Hunter for Ronin, which is maybe, I'm not entirely sure, then I believe they're a Wuchen player,
So,
Wait,
CVC.
who's this MF guy? Who's this MF guy? Who's this MF guy?
Oh, I don't know. Should we remove them?
Alright,
MF guys spectating.
so CVC is hunting first. So we got.
I'm not interested
We are a special guest MF guy.
in that. MF guy. The guy who is the meth guy.
Okay.
Come on, I like my meth. What?
What? That's not the same.
Oh dear, oh no, oh no.
Plague says, I clap magicians for fun in chat.
Oh, hey,
Oh.
remember, you fell asleep when you were streaming. Remember that?
85-second kindness. Good for Survivor, so. 3 ciphers probably would have popped.
Depends on the team comp, of course, and how long it took for rotation.
We're gonna say I was paired with 3 Mind's Eyes.
Oh, that's 5-7 kindness.
I mean, at that point, I'm kind of curious why the Hunter didn't switch targets there.
Okay,
Why change rotation with 3
Guys.
minds?
Alright,
you
guys.
should remember, I got chink in my tournament, fam. I take that.
Yeah. Wait, actually, I want to point out, right now, guys, we are about to watch arguably the best Dreamwitch in AAU right now. So this is going to be, if they optimize.
Well, they're hovering over the
Guys,
guard
Chink
6.
is gonna do a live Dreamwitch tutorial.
Yeah, he's gonna come in the he's gonna explain every move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, remember, if you want to be a Dreamwitch man, just do what he does, fam.
Well, yeah, so easy.
Yeah.
Forehead.
So exactly, yeah. That's why everyone does it, and it's so easy.
You know, as we can see, the team comp's literally the same team comp we had from the last games.
Yeah.
For the first rounds, this is like a copy paste here.
It'll be interesting to see how this plays out on Leo's memory, though, especially with that Priestess. That tends to be a pretty decent map for Priestess because, well, you got your factory, but also those long portals can go way across the map. And we're going to see that Dreamwitch. This is exciting.
Yeah, Dreamwitch. It's like
Dreamwitch.
Dreamwitch.
First Dreamwitch of the day.
I mean, now, do you think it'll be a Blink or Patrol or Dreamwitch?
I think
would
Chink's
expect
more of a Blink Dreamwitch.
Well, no, I actually would say Patroller because there's no Seer ban. Usually, you actually ban Seer if you play Blink Dreamwitch, but with Patroller, the Seer Owl is easier to counter. So I would actually expect Patrol.
I actually personally don't feel like the ban kind of correlates with what you should use, because well, what I personally do is when I know I've got one ban with Dream Witch, I'll actually like personally ban Mercenary. But I think we could expect to see, it's possible because this map kind of warrants a Blink pick for Dream Witch, but the team comp warrants a controller. So you could go either way. It's a matter of personal preference.
Yeah.
Right, they need to ready up faster.
Well, this
They're
may
not doing
be
it fast enough.
while this may be one of the best Dream Witch players in NAU, keep in mind this is a very unfavorable Dream Witch map. So, well, actually, I'm interested to see. This is a very good Survivor team, so I'm interested to see, how these Survivors can combat this year. If you're the Survivors, I think your goal is just to get one person out against a hunter of this level of skill. But again, like we're talking about, Leo's memory, not very favorable for Dream Witch. So, we'll see how they can go about this here.
Yeah, absolutely. And the spawns sometimes can be really like wonky, but if you can rotate as a Survivor team on this map, it can be really destructive.
Guys, I didn't drink water.
Oh God.
Thank you for sharing, Poppet.
Have some water.
Well, I drank my water.
Oh, nice skin.
Damn, girl, that's a
Poppet.
pet skin.
Poppet, chill.
We're gonna see him spawn. What was the key spawn, guys?
I don't memorize key spawns. I just know what direction to go when I'm playing Hunter.
Thank you. That's
Eli.
exactly what I do.
Well, Eli, you don't know the key spawn and you're a Survivor, mate.
Oh.
Well, you bumped into for that mark, the two characters you don't want to bump into.
Yeah, this is a very good rotation from these Survivors. So on the forward and the Mercenary first if you're the Hunter.
Oh yeah, by the way, this is a Patroller Dream, which I feel like that's important to know.
It is Patrol. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
We're going to see him try for the hit, but a good elbow pad, I believe, avoiding that hit from the Mercenary. And we're going to see how the Survivors go around here. We're going to see the...
Oh, look, and the Priest is decent.
Yeah, I think that basically the strategy here, this promotes rotation as well. If the Dream Witch rotates toward the Priestess, you can immediately go through that portal and escape that. But possibly looking for the Seer, I think, is what you're trying to do if you're the Dream Witch here.
Yeah, he just found him too.
Yeah, it was an interesting choice, leeching the Mercenary there, because now that leech is going to be on cooldown, which means...
So see, now he has two Patrollers. Now he's gonna bite his ass off.
We have two Patrollers, but, well, now one Patroller, but we still need to hit the Seer 2 more times.
Oh, remember.
Also important to note, if that Seer goes through World Portal, he can actually owl off the mirror image.
I don't think he is. Mirror image.
Or, you know what I mean.
They might not know.
Yeah,
It's hard to know every little thing in this game sometimes.
We're gonna see. Look at what. Okay, I actually want to point this out. Look what the Seer is doing. He's going to this upstairs area. This is one of the reasons why Leo's memory is very weak for Dream Witch. This upstairs area is very hard because once you bring your spawn follower up here, I believe it's all the way back around.
Oh yes, absolutely. Cannot fault window. So
Yeah.
the lead right now is going all the way around.
So that's a very intelligent play from this. He's gonna most likely gonna force the leech hit here with that owl.
And as soon as the
Instant
is
owl.
going to go all the way around again.
One Cypher only. Keep in mind, this is a top Dream Witch, and these Survivors are having an incredible start so far. The team putting progress pretty good as well. Again, the Seer taking advantage of this 2-story area, and this is really coming back for the Dream Witch here.
And we're going to see...
Yeah, Cypher Machine popped before Seer's gone down. The kite's still going.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Looking at the decoy progress, they also
Switches to blink.
that it worked on as well.
Switches to blink.
Wow. Before the first down, that's really bad spot for the Dream Witch right now.
He knew he had to
And
get that
looking at
down,
the-
though. So he didn't
Looking
have
at the decoy
hesitation.
progress, even the Cyphers that haven't been worked on, or haven't been Survivors are currently on, have some progress. So they've spread out this Cypher Machine decoying progress very well.
No, he's gonna go for map control. He's just gonna map control. No camping, just map control. If he wants to win.
Well, it is a great machine. You want to camp and have map control. So you may see that come into play. But 3 leeches on the chair means no harassing Cyphers right now. So we'll see how well this Mercenary can make the save. I believe that is Polar's going for it.
Body blocks.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
I did not expect that That's really bad for the survivor. Combat.
You have to be really careful when it comes to pallet stunning and Dream Witch. You saw he didn't have to wait an attack recovery, because when you're a Dream Witch, you have to go through attack recovery normally, but when you're stunned, you can still switch. Gets a hit. That Seer's going to be able to go to factory.
Yeah. Done. I'm gonna go for the save here. Guys, I don't know if you noticed. Okay, so I don't know if you were aware of this, but what the Dream Witch did there is they went in the pallet and body blocked that, so you can get pallet stun from the pallet. You still have the lead on the other side, so you can get the hit, body block the mercenary there, and then go ahead and hit them the second time, and that was able to even get a terror shot there. That was a very good deal. We're gonna see him leech the forward here.
Last Cypher mission about 40 more until done. Completed basically. So there's like one Cypher left.
Yeah, I mean the decoding was so strong, the rotation of the fight was incredible, but
Polar's getting that stuff and terror shot really hurts, man.
right, but keep in mind, look what Upstairs did. He went back upstairs. He knows he cannot reach him up here as long as he stays in this upstairs area. That is a very smart play from him. He's going to try to take off this leech before it catches up. Look at that rotation, getting very far away from it here. Again, the decoding progress almost done, so the survivors could potentially prime these ciphers and go in for a rescue. They may have a shot at still winning this match.
Yeah, for sure. But there are also 2 survivors that need to be rescued here.
Wow, he didn't actually go for the swing. Christ.
These are both off rescues now.
Mert's actually probably going to die on chair. Yeah, they need to finish their ciphers. That one's basically done.
No, rushing it.
Sears is primed.
Good call. It's off the cipher. Everybody's up. There's only one leech in play for this Dream Witch as well. At best, I would expect a tie out of the situation. This is... Wow, that was incredible cipher rush.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna see this leech has blink, so we're probably gonna see that come out here pretty soon. There it is.
Oh, avoids the hit! Wow. That was huge.
Okay, now best case scenario. This most likely is going to be a one-person kill. I doubt it. Is the door open? Yeah, the door's open.
They have a warp portal there as well.
Day 3 man chick. Wow.
3 survivor escape against. I mean, if you ever look at Ching's record, he does not lose in rank. And
He does. Look at Ching. He never
win
does
at
that. Well, Ching never takes L's, man.
And I think
look at his win rate.
Looking back at this, the Leo's memory, you know, picking that as the map really made the difference here. They abusing that upstairs area. The Dream Witch could not really reach them up there.
Also, that communication for knowing that they had to rush that cipher.
Absolutely, very good job.
No, I'm gonna. No.
The lucky spawn, the first 2 characters she ran into was a Merc and a forward. So all those combined really helped benefit the survivors.
Yeah, for sure.
I will grab some water. I'll be right back.
And even with the stuff from Ching, it was really impressive how the survivors were able to, you know, take what they had, and they were able to make do with it. Of course, they had a good lead and a kite at the beginning, but that was really impressive how they were able to communicate right at the end there what they had to do, and they just did it. And now we're gonna see.
Instantly after up to the forward, instantly rotated. Even used his football to make sure he made it there in time.
So these survivors actually need to get a 3-person escape in order to tie the round. So actually, what these survivors pretty much have to go for the win at this point. So we might see some relatively riskier gameplay. And this hunter only needs to secure a tie. So it'll be interesting to see if we get like a bonbon pick or another really strong tie hunter. Even though it's round 1, a tie would secure the round.
I would love to see a bonbon at a bonbon main myself.
Yeah, I've actually been learning quite a bit of bonbon. kind of running that up, down, and blink, so that when I play Bonbon, I'm basically going for the tie. And that's kind of the mentality of, I think, a lot of Bonbon mains, is that you've got your camp, but you've also just got this really strong tie mentality when you play him. With just like really hard camping. But it'll also be interesting if it's a Bonbon pick, because this map is Leo's memory, and this tends to be a tougher map for if this was to be a Bonbon pick.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I hate this map as Guard 26. I prefer playing Sculptor on this map when the option arises.
Yeah, me too personally. And if you run Sculptor on this map, we might actually see like an up-down teleport, because that also kind of promotes more of that strong time mentality. There is a sort of riskiness when you go to play a character and you like go for that win. There's always a risk factor involved, but sometimes you can make some of those sacrifices to maybe not have such a strong potential for a win, but you'll have a really secure tie if you play everything right.
Hey guys, it's Poppet here. I'm gonna use some identity V content.
Oh wow. Where's your British accent, Poppet?
Hello fam. Just wanted to commentate here. Just say that Polar's, well, the mercenary in that match, his name is Team Walmart. Just so everyone knows, Walmart, the real Walmart, does not get terror shot and stuff on us. I want to say, guys.
Thank you, Poppet, for clearing it up.
Thank you, Poppet. Yes.
Do you guys expect the same team comp from the survivors, or do you guys think they'll bring something a little extra? Since they do have the win mentality, I don't expect much change.
It'll be interesting to see. There is a possibility when you're going for that win, we might actually see. It's a riskier pick, but in this scenario, it kind of counters a lot of the tie hunters, as if you actually try to go like Embalmer or something like that.
Really depends on if they go for a Wu Chang pick.
Yeah, for sure.
And Wu Chang against Embalmer on this map isn't too bad for Embalmer with
Hold
the
on, why are you in the VC? Go. I disconnected him.
They just need to, bro, I'm so tired right now.
Oh really? What time is it in the UK? Well, I guess I'll never know. Alright.
Hello?
Hello there.
It's Nook.
Oh,
Did you guys like how people got stuck?
Oh yeah, that was totally embarrassing.
Quite
I'd hate for
entertaining.
that to be me.
We picked up 5 more viewers when it happened, so it was worth it. It was worth it. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, I started like advertising as well. I'm like, hey, watch this merc get stuffed by a dream witch. How could that possibly happen? Merc gets stuffed without being terror shocked on the chair, but instead gets terror shocked on the pallet.
Polar
Yeah,
is just built different.
Alright.
Honestly, I feel like that was a paid actor right there. That was a slow vaults too. He was asking for it.
Yeah, keep in mind though, the Dream Witch actually made a really smart play there. I mean, I think a lot of people would not have, literally standing in the pallet, realizing that even if I get pallet stunned, who cares? I'm still getting the hit. I mean, that was a very intelligent play from the Dream Witch there. So, and that is why Ching is one of the best hunters in NAU, based off of just having that very high IQ game sense there.
Unfortunately, that didn't actually work out in the end for him.
Yeah, I did not. I mean, you saw the Cypher Rush. I mean, that Seer literally hard carrying that match with that kite. That was incredible. Even against Patroller Dream Witch, knowing exactly where to go straight up to that factory and buying a lot of time. The decoding the Cypher Rush was incredible, even without a mercenary or a mechanic on the team, and that made the difference in the game. Looks like we're gonna see Aoi is a hunter. I believe this is a Wu Chang player, so that is what's the idea behind Leo's memory. You know, force Ching to play Dream Witch on a non Dream Witch map for that matter, and now you have Wu Chang as an option. A decent hunter for this map overall. So we'll see how this ultimately will pay off for these for this team.
Yeah, for sure. In last match, even after the stuff, the survivors did a really nice job regrouping, you know, pushing those ciphers.
Yeah. Polas boosted.
And we're going to see that Seer ban, so that kind of promotes, I think, more of like that time mentality, but also would make sense for a Wu Chang. Because when you have a Seer in the match, he's able to see where the hunter spawns right away. And that Wu Chang, it makes it a lot harder to get like that jump scare at the beginning that Wu Changs usually stereotypically go for.
Yeah. And you know, it's not even that you can see the hunter at the start of the match. You can see the hunter throughout the game. I mean, Seer has very good vision. You catch the glimpse of the hunter at any point, the hunter stays highlighted for another 5 seconds. So, you know, as a Seer player myself, I love to have Seer against Wu Chang because even, you know, the owl does get present for Wu Chang. Just having that extra vision as an option really can make a difference. But it looks like potentially a Dream Witch here.
Yeah, that would be interesting. If this does happen to be a Dream Witch, with that Seer ban, we might actually expect to see Blink.
I see the survivors. One of them's messing around. Going over.
Guys, I am super tired right now. So guys, let's say how
Wait, do you want me to be honest? Or, what?
no, just lie to me, lie to me.
Oh, okay. Whatever your preference.
Yeah, no, stop.
Are they locking where? Are they going to Lawyer President? No, it's very interesting. There is no mechanic ban, but they actually haven't been like teasing a mechanic.
I mean, why you expect you to go magician
I jinxed it. They locked back.
No, I wanted to see that magician gameplay.
To be fair, magician is the greatest round 1. Most of the round 1 hunters are very good against magician.
Magician's the best character in the game.
Yeah, what are you talking about? He's S tier.
Exactly, the illusion one.
I like having the slow rescue, especially if you can like go against it. Really feels good.
Absolutely. Yeah, that is the biggest issue with magician against hunters. You know, we can't like scope their response.
Also,
Really.
I think they should take the tail shot. They should keep the tail shot where you can usually use the tail shot, but you can get 3 illusions.
I feel like that just makes magician strong against the hunters he's already strong against, but not like any better against the hunters.
Yeah.
And
That would make him like a perfumer that doesn't feed presents, though.
No, he's not bad. He doesn't need presents. But Path is definitely better quite a magician.
As of right now.
Yeah, as of right now. And the current update.
But yeah, it looks like the characters are locked in very nicely. The double rescue support we have the
because it's a seer ban. Remember from our earlier conversation, we found that the seer bans usually lead to a blink Dream Witch.
absolutely. And we're gonna see how that comes into play here. That cool skin blends in pretty well with this map. This actually is a really good skin to have with Dream Witch on this map. Dream Witch really wants that jump scare potential.
Jump scare like.
There's the blink. We called it. There's the blink.
Blink Dream Witch. I think Blink Dream Witch would be more efficient to control it.
It really depends on how the map. It really depends on the map.
It also depends on the spawn in the first kite.
Immediately. This is like a much better scenario from last time.
Oh, you can say that again.
This sounds like a better scenario than last time.
Oh, you definitely can say that.
Last time it was a Murd and then forward. This person getting the mechanic. Already mechanic. You didn't even need the down.
It's actually bloody.
Probably the worst scenario possible. Although, actually, there is one saving grace. I'm pretty sure Mech has so they can actually save in the box just the code.
Yeah.
In it.
Keep it. They do need a 3-person escape though to secure a tie for this round. So they may have to pressure the rest here. Which keep in mind this pretty much has a link. So if you go in for a save and you make the rescue, you try to after hitting the rescuer. The mechanic has no real option to rebound kind of it as long as the pretty much is able to hit that blink. So we're going to see the mercenary potentially transition for a rescue going around the backside here. That overboard shack there. Pressure that forward, but looks like after half rescue is already very nice for the groups. They may not even save. It's just going to go ahead and decode.
Yeah, I think the mentality of these survivors might be, leave mech on chair, give her a chance to decode.
Yeah.
We're gonna see the Stream Witch is gonna try to put pressure on this Cypher. Try to get this blink in, possibly before the chair runs out. No, it's out of 30.
We did see the mechanics bot able to do about 6. That's not bad. And keep in mind, now this is where I think it's difficult for the Stream Witch to actually get it. Oh, able to get that person on the board. Actually, the forward one a little bit short there with that dash. We'll see if we can blink him down here. Forward still a lot of football available. But if able to hit this blink here, this is going to be very difficult for the survivors. Oh, able to avoid it there. Good
stuff.
That was a good prediction by the forward there.
That would work quite a lot for it.
And you see the forward locating up to that upstairs factory, just like you were talking about. Very good option. Forces the Dreamer situation to a new target. He can still chase them, but it's going to be very difficult to get them down and take them by a lot of time here. And one for the mercenary is not ideal as well.
Bro, if you press the top right corner, the second one, it's actually really cool. You almost have like a hover drone. Like it's like a hover drone.
What?
Like a drone that hovers.
So a drone.
Yeah, drone. It's actually pretty cool.
We're gonna see the Dreamers try to trap in the forward here, forcing the drop. Misses that football to transition away here. Does have the blink available though.
There's the blink.
Pretty good amount of time off. Cypher about a mercenary.
You gotta think. Merc picked up bot.
They have 3 Cypher machines, about 70% of the way done. 70% of the way done. So the survivors can still potentially come back in this. I mean, they have some Cyphers that are almost done, like I said. So this is going to be very interesting to see how they can play this out here.
It's also gonna be tough though, because all this Dream Witch has to do is just hard camp that tie. That's
Again,
literally all she has to do.
Popping that Shack Cypher, mercenary heading over to the last one. Looking at the decoding corner for that Cypher, looks to be 70% of the way done. So forward, avoiding that. He's gonna go down here. He is gonna get hit with that leech though. That is perfect for the survivors. No leech available just yet, or they can leech now, but the Cypher machine is about primed.
Oh yeah. Just
But that Cypher's far away. That rescue's coming first.
Yeah.
World portal set up.
Ooh, able to cut off the. This could be big. The priest has to get up here before he gets hit. Oh, avoiding that hit there. I think he's gonna be able to make the save. Only taking 1 hit. Very good job from the priestess.
That leech is going to the world portal. That's what he's prioritizing. Yeah.
prime 3. They're gonna go ahead. There it is. We're gonna see him tunnel the priestess. Looks like she's gonna locate. Yeah, relocating over towards this area. I think.
Moongate. And this Dream Witch is going to try to put up more pressure with another leech on the map.
Yeah. You know, it looks like a pretty good situation for the survivors here. With 2 leeches on the board. This is where Dream Witch
and by not the leech either. But the leech can actually follow Merc wherever he goes down.
Yeah. All the Dream Witch has to do is put pressure on the back gate, right?
Alex letting the leech there to buy a little bit of extra time, but nobody's opening any gates right now. Mercenary's going to go down with his leech on top of him, so he can easily just share him for free here. Pressuring this Christmas tree gate area, I think if they're the survivors going to start, you know, thinking about spreading out and covering both gates at the same time, but so far, unable to do so.
Blinks up. Yeah. That's a tough scenario.
Really tough for the survivors. I'm not sure what they do if they don't split up and start pressuring both sides. They're in a really bad spot. I'm pretty sure forwards the leech is actually following him as well. Oh no, he actually 99 leech, so as soon as he got too close, he destroyed it.
Well, if forward escapes, that just gives me
It will be a team up, I'm pretty sure.
It will be.
It was a 3 survivor escape first
It
game.
was a 3-man elimination, not a 3-man escape. I had my numbers backwards. And forward does actually get out, so.
So it's 6-2, however. This isn't over. This is a BO3. You never know what will happen.
I mean, Ching is a very good hunter. I wouldn't be surprised at all if Ching is able to possibly pull something off in these coming rounds and possibly drag this out to a BO3.
Absolutely.
So, is Ching hunting next?
I believe so. The next map, is it Eversleeping? Eversleeping Town, yes, is the next map.
Yeah, and we might see that Axe Boy come out again. We might see some Sculptors come out. I know Sculptor's kind of usually one of the first picks on this map. We can expect a whole lot of Dream Witch bans.
Absolutely. I do think, I don't think Ching is too big of a Sculptor player, though, if I'm not mistaken, but we could see it just because it is a strong character for this map. I believe, I actually don't know, is Axe Boy good on Eversleeping Town?
In my opinion, it's kind of a more neutral map.
Yes.
I have seen it. I have seen Axe Boy used in tournament on Eversleeping before, so it's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, because I do know it's as a survivor at least when I'm kiting an Axe Boy, there are certain areas where it's very narrow, narrow kiting areas, narrow alleyways, in which it's hard to actually dodge the fireballs. So it could come into play here. We'll have to find out.
Okay, so guys, did you hear about the great news?
No.
What is the good news?
I'm a dad now.
Oh wow.
I'm joking.
You realize the requirements for you to become a father are beyond you.
No, I just ditch the child at an orphanage and say bye-bye.
Okay.
This is why you need to use condoms. They were invented
Poppet,
for a
you're
reason.
on stream.
Poppet, there are small.
Oh wait, oh yeah.
Watch it.
Wait, not really. Because it's pretty late. Oh wait, there's Americans. Oh.
No, Americans.
No,
It is
really
currently
for an American.
You're
It's
5
relevant for Americans.
ahead, not behind.
Oh, yeah, I'm 5 ahead, so that means you guys are a bit early for you 5-year-olds.
It's 5:30 in the evening, Poppet.
It's
It's
5:30 in
eight-
the evening.
It's only 2:30 for me, so some Americans have.
Yeah, it's only
2:30.
4:30
Oh yeah,
here
the
as
West
well, so
Coast.
there are
fam.
plenty
West
of
Coast.
children awake right now. I would be surprised if a child went to bed at 4:30 p.m.
Maybe these kids are probably doing the ABC right now. Who knows?
Poppet.
The what?
No. School ends at around like 2:57
No,
here.
maybe extra tuition. Oh wait, you're Yankees. You're not smart.
Okay, Poppet.
Oh, Hey, what's the richest country in the world? I want to look that up real quick.
Oh wow.
It's gonna become
UK.
China. I'm Chinese, so yeah, I still win. Fuck you.
Okay.
Okay, Poppet.
Yeah. I have a lot of energy. My mom's gonna be angry at me though, so yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Poppet. Did Poppet literally just go like, I about to head out?
Yeah, just go to bed.
Okay.
No, he just went to the waiting room. I wonder where they're. Okay, they're 100 here.
Okay, you know, maybe now I think about it, I
think they're
phrase
hunters.
my words a lot more better.
Oh, there we go. He's back. Okay.
Yo, we got Ching.
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 I guess he has YT. Does that mean YouTube? Yeah, it means YouTube. Okay.
He's got a YouTube channel.
Yeah, YouTube. Oh, cool. Okay. I didn't know that. I'll check that out. Bad Poppet. Yes, I agree. Bad Poppet.
I like to rephrase sorry for talking maybe NSFW. I deeply apologize. Like, I really apologize.
If I get canceled, Poppet.
Let me cry for like 2 minutes in the entire video. Then don't wear makeup and pretend you're truly apologized, but you're not.
Okay.
I'm weird.
You know, I'm not
You do
sure
you,
what
Papa.
area we're making there.
I
Is this a reference?
no one's cancelling me yet, right?
Not currently. Not currently.
No, currently, no, it's fine. I'm music man.
Maybe in the future. I can't promise you anything, Poppet.
Music man, someone disliked your video.
That was probably you,
Was that
Poppet.
That was probably.
No, that
Probably
wasn't
you,
actually me.
Poppet.
That's
I don't know. You did say you were gonna go around and dislike all his videos.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna stop disliking now. Let me
Oh
stop.
my gosh.
I
It still
expect
promotes
you
me in
to
the
dislike
algorithm. It still promotes me in the algorithm.
Yeah, it does support you, the mug. It does still promote, so what changes? Nothing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Anyways,
watch this. You're at 29 likes. Watch, guys.
Start disliking.
Oh, you're
Spam
at
his,
30 likes.
Hey.
Oh, it's likes.
spam his dislikes. No one cancel music man.
Hey.
Make sure you like the stream.
Oh yeah,
Like-
remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Like,
Oh yeah, Mr.
Really
TX,
like.
Mr. TX, do you have a YouTube channel you want to promote?
I do have a YouTube channel, but I have not posted anything in months.
No, well, send me your Discord link in your DMs, yeah, and I'll promote it, and you can go back and start a new career and hopefully get more subs than Music Man and Eli.
Okay.
And you can replace both of them.
Okay. Anyways, looking at the match here, we actually don't see a priestess down every single time, which is interesting. We do see that mercenary trying to hinder that rescuing, but it looks like, we're gonna see priestess from the survivors. I think that's pretty obvious. It's like late up, you go first officer. This is not something you see too early. You usually see the third, fourth, fifth round in a tournament situation, but second round is a little bit early. No gravekeeper, so I think this is the idea here. Is, avoiding taking the hunter presence is what their strategy is with that first officer.
I mean, you commonly do this when you know you're going to be going against possibly characters like Wu Chang's, sculptors, other characters. It's typically used in tournament when you want to avoid feeding a hunter presence at all costs.
Yeah, but personally, I think a gravekeeper would still most likely be better. But you see what I see, guys?
Are we going to see the clutch X boy?
Well, 4-man and B for you too.
You're not wrong about that. We are going to see, looks like the first officer, I think the idea behind this is they were predicting that Axe Boy. Gravekeeper actually isn't as strong against something like an Axe Boy as first officer because, with a Gravekeeper, a good Axe Boy can sometimes hit that fireball to knock them out of that shovel and immediately get the hit. But with a first officer, dodging a fireball is actually quite easy. So, I think that's kind of the strategy from these survivors. But we'll let Music Man call it the spawn because I guarantee you none of the rest of us know what it is.
You're a survivor, man. Don't remember.
It's spawn
You're
3
disappointing
again.
Revy by the minute.
So
it's fine.
yeah, with this spawn, typically what this hunter's going to do is he's going to run straight.
Why is it not even moving? He's just floating on my screen.
He's floating on my screen.
I think that's just you, Poppet.
Gonna break that portal. Opposite change the Priestess. He's gonna go ahead and do it. He knows Priestess only has one more portal left. So he's gonna try to. Oh, good fireball!
Fireball!
Down.
Oh,
No.
Shot. Oh, that would have been a quick down.
First hit. See, he's dropping free here. Priestess, one portal available. Oh,
Boy, a quick kiss right there. Playing like a god here, and Seer gives Priestess the owl.
That's yeah. Wait, it would have not even that would have been.
Making a bunch of mistakes.
We does have that portal there. Blink is available. I don't think it's situation. Kind of just going to
this is really bad spot. Not only that, but Priestess goes down here. This is right next to Seer Cypher. This is really bad for them.
Absolutely. We're going to see how quickly he can get the Priestess. I might just use the blink here. Does use the blink. Avoids the hit though.
Oh, and the tram's here. The tram's here. If Priestess rotates into the tram, this would stall the kite tremendously and get him away from the Seer's
Oh my lord!
This is an incredible job from this Priestess. I mean, I don't know how he managed to stay alive. This is such a bad job. He's going to have to break this down. This gives Priestess time to transition. Expect her to go down. I wasn't going to see and
Gets another juke!
Poker faces valid. He knew the expert perspective.
I mean, keep in mind, this is all because of the beginning of the kite. I mean, that one juke there, made this kite, 60 seconds longer at least?
Yeah.
Just the juke. Oh, yeah.
It's like very high there. No, what really? No, what? No, now he needs the stuff to rescue. He just needs the stuff.
I think even when they have that first option, it's very hard to stop the first officer in parking lot.
Or forward too.
They snap the rescue. It's really good for comeback as well.
They go to pressure this here. Oh, he's there.
This Axe Boy knows he really wants to win in this scenario.
First officer didn't even have to use a bomb.
And first officer also took a hit, so Priestess has some time to transition.
I wonder if we'll bite them back though if it was that hit.
Nice fireball, nice fireball.
So I don't think if they have enough ciphers, he can technically put him on deck cipher. Oh, he doesn't.
No, I don't think so. I think what the Priestess is doing here is to shoot. Basically just saying, even if I go down, it's okay. As possible. Over here, let's see if he can, he wants to stuff the rescue to actually have a chance to down here. This is very risky. He's gonna get fireball. Can he get the follow-up hit? Like it, and able to
Nice rescue! That's huge!
Yeah, if that was a stuff, that would have given the Axe Boy a lot more win potential.
This is actually a lot of missed hits with the basic attack.
Oh, I think he kind of went. Depends on the fireball.
It's a very tough situation. Let's see, check the strategy progress. It's about 80% in. He has to get it down right here. So he's securing it 5 in this game. He's going to get the down. I don't think the Cypher is prime. He has to live about 90% of the way down. The forward is down. He cannot go for a stun. So good job from the Axe Boy at least securing a tie for this round.
But the Cypher before he gets uses his
He knows where Flap is. He knows. Should know what we need to do.
Yeah, but the first officer is talking a while.
Yeah.
See, hold on. Any items. If he can kill, could you fireball? Is he too tired to go back in?
Take the tram? No, he's just waiting for the
tram. Can you fireball it? I'm not sure.
I actually don't know.
So.
Near the tram? I'm not sure about the fireball.
I know, yeah, I don't think you can.
No, you could use the mirror image.
Yeah, I know. BQ mirror image is violent.
No, I just think
I know actually Percy can use his smash ability or whatever to knock him out of the tram.
Well, here's what I know. I know Ripper's Foggy Blade. I've tried impression.
We're gonna see that pocket watch is used. Are they gonna go for it? I think first off, sir, I had to I'm just trying to buy time for this, for to open up the gate. If the Hack Squad can potentially get one more person eliminated. That 3-person elimination would actually be very strong for this hunter here, but we're gonna have to see.
I don't think so, though.
Yeah, I don't
Wait,
think
but Snake, could he kill Peg this time, though?
I know. I think that's
no,
watch. He's gonna be able to get
Another pocket watch before he's even in danger, just to make sure he gets to the gate.
Yeah, that is the tie there for the round. Great job from the survivor team to tie one of the best hunters in this game. So already a very great
4-man B for you. Really good job.
Did Polars use all of his football? Yeah, that's it.
Yes. I mean, you can't spell being absolutely garbage without Polars.
Oh,
Poppet.
That's a
Don't
little,
worry, he's my friend. It's fine. We joke around like that, right? Polars, if he's watching, I don't know. I'll go into VC and tell him he's boosted. Give me a sec. Just entertain. Oh, Dana's here. Hey, Dana. What up?
Donna?
Hey.
Guys,
Oh, it's
Dana,
Dana.
this is a moderator that's totally more better than Music Man and Eli.
Okay.
Really, they're just so much more better. They actually do the coin flips, unlike some people.
What? You didn't even ask me to. What?
Oh, well, you said you were busy.
Yeah, I was.
I said I was busy. Well,
No excuse. Can't give him.
Yes, Bloody Queen can knock the survivor to the trim. That's correct. But yeah, I think that was if he got that in there at the beginning instead of getting juked, I mean, the survivors would have been in a terrible position. I mean, you know, dying. It would have been a quick down. The Cypher progress was, you know, nowhere near as effective as they would wanted it to be. So that one juke literally saved the entire match.
so now
Juke
what
into a
the
port really feels bad. I would be so upset if I were Ching.
Just based off of that one little thing. I mean, jukes usually don't even. I mean, the success rate of jukes are just so low. It's just very unlucky. Very unlucky.
Actually doesn't have that bad of a hitbox either.
Yeah, it's just very unlucky for the hunter there. It's one of those situations.
Yeah, but you got to think. I mean, you can't underestimate CVC's survivors. I mean, there is a chance they would be able to pull something.
Yeah, I mean, you look back at the beginning of the match. I mean, that's not too. Immediately getting that flame hit, and he almost got the terror shock of the pout. That was almost an instant kill. I mean, if he got that there, and even after that, just getting that juke there, was able to extend the kite with that owl. It really did make the difference there. Cannot stress enough how big that juke was. But, just waiting for the survivors and hunter here.
So now I think CVC does need to get a draw to turn this into a best of 3, right?
Yes, they need to at least draw. At least secure a draw from the survivor side here. That's correct.
So we might see some draw strategies here, like possibly not going for a rescue, depending on what hunters picked. We might see possibly like a Wu Chang, because this is Ever Sleeping. He has been used here in tournament with amongst some of like the top Wu Changs that are just really confident with him. He does tend to be one of the few hunters that are winning because of that map pressure with the teleporting, and the fact that he's able to start a kite or start a chase right at the beginning of the match. It can lead to... He's a riskier hunter to use, because you might be able to get kited at the beginning, especially if you choose not to run Insolence. On a map like Ever Sleeping, you might consider going up-down instead of left-down.
Right.
But I think Wu Chang might be a good bet for some win potential here, although he could be a riskier pick. So it'll be interesting to see what the hunter pick is.
And,
discussing the hunter is from the bands. The band should indicate at least some sort of play style from the hunter.
Yeah, I actually think Aui's actually a blink Wu Chang, if I'm not mistaken. The couple times I have played against them, they typically carry blink on Wu Chang, and this is one of the reasons why they actually have secured such a high win rate in ring with Wu Chang, because using that blink, you can almost always secure a tie. If you play Wu Chang and you carry blink, it is very, very easy to secure a tie. So there's almost no situations where you actually lose a lot of your matches. So you can usually secure a tie or win sort of situation. Now it isn't as strong. Late game, it's a lot more. It's a lot harder to secure a 4-person elimination. But it is definitely a draw sort of thing here. We'll see. Looks like Mechanic and Priestess will be the bans. So maybe not a Wu-Chang, because most Wu-Changs actually opt to leave the Mechanic in play, because that bot does give presence to the Wu-Chang.
But
like
not if they choose to go for the Sculptor.
Very fast either.
If they go for the Sculptor pick, that not banning the Seer makes a lot of sense, because in this Chip Hunter meta, Seer is not a super strong pick. I mean, he's still used a lot against Chip Shot Hunters because he is an S-tier survivor, but he does tend to be slightly weaker against Chip Shot Hunters.
I guess it's hard to be bad when you have wall hacks and like an extra hit.
Yeah, wall hacks. I love them.
Man, I hate getting rotated by a seer when I'm playing guard 26. It makes me so upset.
We're gonna see a Magician? Question mark?
I think we're getting baited by that.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you would go Magician.
Joggy would be happy though.
Joggy would be very happy.
I would play Magician as a 3rd round survivor over. So are they opting out of not having a seer, it looks like?
Possibly the case here. I would expect them to... Oh, they really are going... Are they actually going Magician here?
Are they actually doing Magician over seer? I mean...
That's very risky.
That's confidence. That's some confidence.
Looks like it, wow.
I think he's challenging Joggy right now.
Challenging Joggy.
Joggy's gonna be so happy right now.
Oh, play your
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely. I wanted to commentate a little bit, but I can't.
But you're playing.
No, yeah, sure, play. You can commentate. Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm not in the game, so it's too late. You guys already started too.
Bruh.
You can commentate later.
Oh, yeah, true. And also,
Wait,
why is Nelk banned from the server?
If he no, you know what you would have to do is apologize. If he doesn't, well, he's banned permanently. I really don't care about this guy.
Bro, relax. Oh, got you.
Yeah, until he apologizes out.
Okay.
We don't.
Okay, no, it's just banter between friends.
Locked. I feel like they'll switch the Magician for Seer. Wait, they did lock it actually. Never mind.
Yeah, they did lock it.
You see what? This guy is challenging Joggy's Magician.
Yeah, he's
I think I got them earlier. Isn't that the first Magician?
I think isn't Joggy? No, Joggy's not the first.
No, I got them earlier today. That's the only reason why I would recognize that.
He's challenging Joggy for his skill here.
Think of the title, Duel of the Wands. That's a good title.
Okay.
That'll be the new movie.
Let's see if the Sculptor's gonna get hit by the train. No.
Never.
That should be the next Harry Potter movie.
Watch it. Yeah.
Looks like
Actually, not going to say it's good because it is a sculptor, but don't tend to come use for anything but the spawns. It's actually okay.
This is a teleport sculptor, which is not super uncommon on Eversleeping.
Finds the forward. This is a good rotation so far. I would expect punching effect on this if you are bringing teleport.
But he isn't.
Yes, he is. He's teleporting.
He doesn't have coaching effect though.
We would see that indicator in the top corner, right?
Oh. Yeah, but you're wrong.
Really, getting rotated super hard. And I teleport.
Oh,
there's the Magician!
Oh, did he break his second there? Oh, good stat.
Chip hit.
What a...
Oh! What's that hit? Can he get the tram here? I think he's gonna try to get on it. That would be big by a lot of... Can he get on it?
And it goes without the Sculptor!
Wait, this tram's actually kind of slow, but actually not too far.
Yeah, not very far here.
Still buys time. That's what counts.
Unfortunately, no more illusions for this magician. Keep in
Oh,
mind,
nice
he's a
ball.
magician. It is a magician against a sculptor, so they're most likely not going to perform. You know, they're just going for a rescue.
And notice
A good 1-2 hit.
that magician, what he did there was he prioritized going out in the open. That makes it really hard to land those statues.
And if you go ahead. Yeah.
So cipher-wise, it looks like a tie, but you never know. I was just gonna say my use.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna see the mercenary actually try to go for a rescue against very risky against something like a sculptor saving a magician, but we'll see if he can make the rescue for him using the elbow pad to get to the chair here. There does take the hit, gonna be able to make the rescue.
Before half.
That
This
is a very
magician
tough
rebound kite. I don't think
he has to make it to this window, we'll see. Oh, so it is that way,
but remember, we have a forward. Forwards are the most biggest magicians in this universe. Yes.
It is.
It is max presence.
Yeah, max presence bolter is a little bit harder. Like, look at that, already a free ship. The forward can't even save now. Actually, he could stun on you and go for save. That's probably his best case scenario.
That's
we
what's
can do a
happening.
double
Gonna just go for
let's see what the magician can do here. Trying to the focus actually.
This looks like a tie scenario, which is perfectly fine.
It would drag this out to a best of 3.
Yeah,
Well, actually, no. Looking at the decoding progress here, the last ciphers are both about 60% left. The forward can hit a stun. Oh, I think he's going to be able to. If he's able to hit a stun here, they would actually be able to win this match. Goes for the stun. Can he get it? No. Unfortunately, that forward not going down. And, keep in mind, these survivors need at least a tie. So this isn't too bad for them if they can secure a tie for the last round, first and third round here. And that gives you an option to come back playing that very skillful hunter who's in playing fast. And looks like survivors rotating around here trying to finish these ciphers, but it's just a really good job of
Yeah, and being that the Explorer's kind of putting pressure there, this Sculptor's kind of confined to staying close to that cipher there.
yeah.
So at this point, the survivors have to make a decision whether they want to keep trying to push that cipher or whether they might try to push for a completely second cipher.
Well, that cipher is about 90% of the way done. We're going to see the forward transition here, dodging these targets as much as possible. But I would expect one of these survivors to start an extra one. And it'll say, oh, actually, they're just going to go ahead and do it. It's not bad at all. It's a very smart play. It does lock up the Explorer. That is very smart.
Sculptor has all of her statues up.
Statues actually will not go after a Explorer.
Good statue.
That is a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Going mini mode, that's what you call it.
Wait, does that have
No, I don't believe so. They do have teleport. So we'll see how the survivors opt to do this. Will they do a new cipher, or will they rush this last cipher machine, trying to statue the forward? Good job of avoiding those statues so far. But again, keep in mind that cipher machine is about 90% of the way done. The one right where the Explorer is dead here.
Actually sending the rescue.
Oh, makes a scene. Good job.
Even take it. Wow.
Not trying to set the first ring that he is. You'll probably see him leave that here, trying to get as far away as possible. And it looks like the Explorer can have the pass. Eventually for a pass from here and try to pop it. Is there a limit for how many they can get from here?
3.
There is one more. I'm watching the Explorer right now. He's working right now.
Yeah, but currently, 4 needs to rest. That's a bit hard.
Yeah, with that one, I believe it's going to be incredibly difficult.
Especially dying near the cipher machine as well. We'll see what the forward can do. Peeking a little bit early. I think the forward wants to until this, Explorer has the passer patience to pop that Cypher. Looks like he has picked it up now. He's nowhere near it. He's going to have to walk all the way over there to that Cypher.
I think right now he's just got stuff to rescue.
That would definitely be ideal.
Looks like Explorer able to make it to the Cypher machine there. Is able to make the rescue. Good job.
Wow. Interesting enough, he doesn't actually try to stop the rescue.
He ran out of matter. No, he's not. Interesting.
No, that's an interesting story.
I think that Explorer wasn't close enough to the save. Maybe they just wanted to rush the save.
Yeah, of course. And again, the forward was kind of in the open area. Forward actually did a very good job staying in the open, making it very hard to actually get those statues when you're in that open area. And I think the sculptor acknowledged that and said, I'm not trying to waste any more statues, let me save them for the end game. And I'm just going to go ahead and get this forward and force the rest.
Along with the floor, so both of the gates should be open.
It's like it was the forward, but eventually I think he has much football. No, less than a quarter.
There's detention.
It is a tough one.
If he can make it get out, the forward has to
Right there. I wonder if forward will either go for dungeon. Yeah.
Dungeon's the corner.
Oh, actually.
Does he know if it's there?
I don't think he does, because if he did, he would probably be going to.
No, he is. He's going for it. He's going for it. Now, this is a foot race.
This is a free-man escape.
This could be a win for the...
Oh my lord.
And that is of the round for CBC. CBC, right? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Easy. Oh my lord. I cannot believe it.
This will be going to a best of 3.
I am not getting paid enough. Okay, good news is they can't be a 4th round right now. Because they're winning by... Ronin's winning by points. So, I know fact that I'm going home. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly talk the maps.
Alright. I believe it's, Ronin... I don't know how they're going to pick the last map, but we'll have to see. Excellent job from that forward, though, at the end, though. Able to make it towards the dungeon. I actually think he didn't know where dungeon was, and he's kind of just taking a gamble. I think he checked middle, saw it wasn't middle, and he's kind of just like, well, 50% chance that it's, either here or at near the fake gate. So I'm just going to take a chance, and it ended up working out for them.
It also could have been different if Sculptor didn't quite jump the gun on the teleport at the end. That allowed him to have a large lead towards that dungeon.
Absolutely, yeah. I think if he doesn't teleport, I actually think he could have probably gotten the forward down before he made it to the gate, or at least waited until the forward was approaching that exit gate, then teleported on him to force him away. But teleported a little bit early, allowed the forward to transition, make it towards that dungeon before the Sculptor could catch up. And the other 2 survivors able to get out the exit gates and their dungeon open for that forward. And that is a 3-person escape for CVC, and it was only a tie for Ronin. So that's actually going to give CVC the win for this round, and tied up at 1 round apiece.
Yeah, so now I think it's time for us to start talking about what these win conditions are for both CVC and Ronin. So Ronin does have a lead in points right now. So whoever wins this round, first of all, is going to win the tournament, or win this specific matchup right here. So in the case of a tie scenario, like say 4 survivor eliminations on either side, then Ronin is going to be the one that passes this round. However, if CVC is able to win the round, then they will be the ones to progress. So CVC needs to probably take more risks than what Ronin needs to do right now. If Ronin is able to tie this round, they progress. So it'll be interesting to see how that ties into the strategy here, as far as what the hunter selects as a character, but also what the team comp for the survivors is going to look like. I think we might expect to see CVC possibly take more risks than what Ronin does, but I mean, you never know. We'll have to see what's going to happen here. Anything else you guys would like to add?
No, that's actually a pretty correct analysis. They are going to have to take a bit more risks. They can't afford to They have to win the round. They basically have to win the round.
They have to, yes. If it's a tie in the round, it will be a win for Ronin. So. I actually wanted to think about, how does this benefit? Which team benefits more from being later rounds and having more bans? I mean, if you look at the CBC hunter being Ching, he has after they banned the Axe Boy in the Dream Witch. What is his number 3 hunter again? I forgot. You remember what that was?
Wasn't it
I'm not actually
Bloody
sure.
Queen?
Bloody Queen, that's right. So, I mean, that is actually going to be, I think, as the rounds progress here, I think this actually benefits Ronin a little bit more because Bloody Queen is a heavy tie hunter. So, if Ching's able to secure a tie, it actually forces the survivors to get a 3-person escape. If you are on the side of CBC, so it's going to be very difficult. We'll see if Ching can actually pull something out with Bloody Queen, though. It is very hard to actually secure wins with that hunter, though, just based off of how much tie potential she has. So,
yeah, and we might
tie potential against her.
We might see that also reflected in the maps. We might expect to see possibly if depending on who wins the coin flip, which is what.
Jesus Christ, I don't get paid enough. I genuinely don't get paid enough.
What's the map?
Don't you not get paid at all?
I'm tired, fam.
Okay.
My mum won't be too happy. A lonely island. Yeah.
I like the way you say mom. It's so natural.
Say what?
Say mom. Or say mom.
Mum.
I've always liked mom more than mom. I feel like it has more personality.
So we just got Ching ready to eliminate the schmucks out of them.
Okay.
What was the map?
Moonlit.
Hey, I love Moonlit's one of
yeah.
Do you know which team chose it? Do you know?
Ronin. They want their hunter to move it. Okay.
I think we're going to see the Wu Chang then if they're going Moonlit. I would expect that from Aoi. Moonlit being the very, very favorable Wu Chang now.
Yeah. Also, it's a very good poppet map. Very good poppet map. Okay.
I
Yeah, against Mayan. Against Mayan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No one liked that. No one asked. You lost your bonbon is bad music.
You were carried.
No. Let's remember that bonbon match we played. Remember?
Yeah.
Remember?
Okay.
Good boy.
You still didn't kite Mayan.
Yeah, but we beated your bonbon, and that's good enough.
You were carried. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh well, someone's playing on your account.
Wow. Yeah, it was me, guys. Yeah. No, anyways, looking at the, but again, so talking about Moonlit River Park, if we are going to see the Wu Chang from Aoi, that would make a lot of sense. Wu Chang, very favorable on a map like Moonlit River Park. However, this may actually come back to hurt Ronin here. This may benefit CBC as well. Bloody Queen, very strong on a map like Moonlit River Park as well. So if we are seeing the Bloody Queen from Ching, this could come back to hurt Ronin in the long run. So we'll have to see.
And I think something else to expect here would possibly be more Priestess bans, because that's something we didn't see a whole lot of until this point. But we might actually see that Priestess ban on a map like Moonlit. It was interesting we didn't see many Priestess bans on our Eversleeping matches, but being that this is a later round and hunters are able to have more bans, that can be expected that we might see more Priestess bans here. And of course, Mechanic's going to be banned. So you got your Mechanic and your Priestess, and it'll be a matter of preference as to probably what the hunter wants to ban next.
If you plan on playing Wu Chang, a Merc ban would be really nice on Moonlight.
Seer ban would be nice as well. Actually, as a Wu Chang, you might actually ban that Seer over that Priestess. You never know. It'll be all about a matter of strategy.
Yeah, absolutely. From the side of Ching here, I'm interested to see, his character bans here. Most likely going to be probably Mechanic will be eliminated early on. Maybe I would actually expect. So from I know both of you guys both play Bloody Queen. In this situation with 3 survivor bans, and if you are playing Bloody Queen, what would you most likely eliminate here from the survivors?
Mech, Seer, and then it'd be probably a matter of preference whether you want to ban Merc or Priestess on this map.
I agree 100%. Definitely the Merc, then the Seer. Let me think. I think I would ban the Priestess for the global portal. I feel like that'd be annoying. Although as a Blood Queen you can handle it a little bit with the mirror, I still don't think going against it.
I think the issue with banning the Priestess, and the one reason why you might consider banning the Merc instead, is that you give them the opportunity to play rescue-heavy team comps.
Absolutely. And that can be very strong against Bloody Queen.
For sure.
Guys, I'm back. Guys, we've been streaming for like 5 hours now.
I'm not tired, so let's keep going. Hey,
It's
are
been
we ready
3.
It's
been
3 hours. 3 hours, but yeah.
I don't get paid enough. Oh, it's only been 3 hours.
Yeah.
That's how bad my maths has become. Hey, man.
Oh. That's awkward.
I really want to see if our predictions are right. If we're going to see a Blood Queen or Chang.
Yeah, I mean, the only other option I would expect from him would be that Sculptor. But as far as I know, Ching's not too big on Sculptor. So, and again, like we were talking about, very favorable Bloody Queen map. So, I would expect to see that here. But it is a situation where this hunter needs to get as many people out as possible. A tie may not cut it. So, you may have to go for at least a 3-person elimination if you're Ching.
Okay, well, I just really want this team to get over.
Not like zazzed by all these amazing gameplays. I mean, I feel like I could watch this all day.
I can't, though.
Poppet.
The day's over for you, Poppet. You could watch this all night. I should,
No, I gotta actually sleep, but I actually have to put on my clothes on.
Oh.
Okay.
Stream Poppet doing laundry?
Yeah, kid, bro, I'm just tired, fam, right now.
You're not streaming if you're not wearing clothes, I swear to God.
One day we'll find you out.
It just got awkward again.
Reading, they just said, wait, bro, give me a minute, please, I'm begging, just wait. So we have to wait. Okay, well, we talked a lot about strategy. Do you have any other strategy opportunities? Like, besides the Blood Queen and the Wu Chang, any other options? You mentioned a Sculptor a little bit, but Ching isn't too popular with Sculptor, I heard.
I think she'll most likely go her BQ. She's a Dreamy BQ Axe Boy, really good on those 3, so I think she would just go to either one.
I think on the side of Ronin's Hunter, if the survivors are able to pull a tie out of this scenario, it gives Ronin more opportunity to play a tie hunter. So you got like your Bon, your Anne, you got your and these hunters that are basically like essentially tie farms. You can use those in the case that your survivors are able to give you that tie. And is Cats playing this match?
It's like subbing in for Polars, I believe.
If we see, in the case of like a forward ban, we might actually see some Wildling gameplay then. Wildling or Cowboy.
I think we're just
More likely over Cowboy. I'm pretty sure Cats has been more recently been playing Wildling over Cowboy.
Alright, looks like...
Yeah.
Stop, so I'm not 100% sure on that.
Alright, loading into the match, we are going to have... I expected Dream Witch and Axeway immediately getting banned.
For sure.
From the survivors here.
Well, they might do a Dream Witch and Blood Queen if they've scouted the Hunter and say that they'd rather deal with Axeboy. Since Blood Queen's pretty good on this map.
I feel like that's kind of risky though, given that we saw Ching on this map specifically do extremely well in the Koa tournament. So there's no surprise that Axeboy's getting banned on this map.
And I think Axeboy is also a strong hunter on this map as well, so...
Yeah.
That helps a lot.
And again, the survivors are in a situation where they really just need a tie. If they get a tie, it allows the CVC survivors need a 3-person escape, which is very difficult to do, especially with 3 survivor bands from the CVC Hunter, or from the Ronin Hunter rather. So I would expect them to give that Bloody Queen as an option to change here, and basically just play for a tie situation.
Yeah, so this is kind of what we were talking about. If this was going to be a Bloody Queen pick, we'd see that Mechanic and Seer both out of the game straight away. And we were debating whether Ching should ban the Merc or ban the Priestess, and he decides to opt for the Merc here. Will we see some Wildling here, though?
4-man rescue with the First Officer and Gravekeeper with the Wildling. Wait, who's the 4th rescue? Wait, is there... I can't remember all the rescue characters. Gravekeeper, Wildling, First Officer, Forward. Yep, that's the last one I was thinking of. There's Forward.
Yeah. And then, of course, Coordinator, but that one doesn't get used very often.
So, instead of going Blood Queen, they might be forced to...
Yeah, it looks like, again, a heavy rescuer team is very strong against something like a Blood Queen. Like, you have a Wildling, Gravekeeper, Forward, and an Explorer to stay hidden. It's very hard as a Hunter to actually down any of those survivors. I think Gravekeeper might be the best option, but Forward can easily football out of the mirror. Wildling, you just can't chase a Wildling, you will get kited. So, looking at the character selection for the survivors, it looks like it is going to be Priestess. I think that's kind of a given at this point. We have Forward as well, which can harass in the late game. Explorer is actually pretty strong against Bloody Queen as well, because the mirror, when you mirror image on an Explorer that's in small mode, it does not reveal the Explorer. So, that is one of the reasons why Explorer is very strong against a lot of Hunters. And it looks like Wildling has that last character selection, like I said before. So, it looks like the survivor selections are in, just waiting on the Hunter here.
We're seeing a hub for Undead, but I've never heard of this Undead. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, no, I think probably just trolling. It looks like we're going to see them Bloody Queen most likely. Again, against this team comp, this is a very heavy promoting rotation team comp. The Bloody Queen is kind of forced to chase the Priestess for the most part. You usually can't find an Explorer, especially on a large map like Limerick Park. Additionally, you would never want to, in any instance, chase a Forward or a Wildling as a Bloody Queen if possible. So, most likely gonna go ahead and scout out this Priestess here.
I think if you're desperate enough, you can't rotate forever. You might actually be forced into chasing the Forward if you have to. Sometimes that time it to rotate just if Priestess, especially if she sets up a world portal and she just teleports across the map. It'll really depend on the spawns right now. If they get a good Priestess, if the Blood Queen runs right away, this won't be too bad for her.
Yeah, absolutely. And just waiting on the players to finish up their talents here. It looks like carrying Blink on Bloody Queen isn't too bad. If you are able to get an early hit on a Forward as a Bloody Queen, puts you in a situation where you can simply just blink the Forward for the down. But a good Forward will be able to simply serve that football, try to kite without using any of it until the mirrored image goes up, and then use that football to transition out of the range of that mirror image. So we'll see how well those survivors can rotate here. Loading into the match.
This is going to be a spawn 3, so we're going to probably see this Bloody Queen go to the working carousel, and we can see Nelks over there. Explorer got the tent, and they're going to be going for bridge, and the final survivor is at first stop.
Yeah, he does see the Forward here. Probably not going to chase the Forward. They use a mirror image on him just to make a nice football here. But actually, what I point out is he looked across the football. Oh, just the hit. That would have been huge. Unfortunately there, but
Mirror image is
still hit though.
Pressuring, yeah.
Ooh, unable to get it there, unfortunately. Forward already half of a football though, so this is still not a bad position. It looks like he's, just like what you were saying earlier, T-Rex looks like he's actually opting to chase the Forward. This may or may not work out, we'll have to see.
I think the difference here is that in this match specifically, Ching needs to play for the win.
Yeah.
situation, I would absolutely chase the forward as well. I don't think it's worth it to try and rotate. Because there's just too much risk if you run into a wildling or Explorer on. It'd be too bad of a spot. You can't afford to gamble. Might as well just chase the forward. Another bright side.
Only to the forward side though. It looks like.
Nice hit on it. But the bright side on chasing the forward on this 2 rescue team comp, it's very unlikely that the forward actually is using broken windows.
Yeah. Should expect to get the down right here as well. There. So, down on a decoding team. This doesn't decode too fast. The outlink not fast decode as well. So. Before getting a decent kite, but it gets a bloody. This is actually probably pretty favorable for the hunter here. Able to get him down fairly quickly. So we'll see.
Full page. He has 2 pages.
Good point. See the wildling transition in for the rescue here. Priest is working on the wildling. Good job from the survivors connecting those. And wildling popping in that board. That mirror image used on the forward. Gonna be able to get that hit there. Last is activated. Switch places, going after the forward. Gonna go ahead and share him here. We're looking at the Explorer here. He's working on a Cypher about 50% on the way done. Priestess about to pop another one. Still has 100% classroom page available. So the survivors are kind of in a position where they only need 1 more Cypher machine to go. Let's see if he uses his blink here though. And he's gonna use it to avoid. Good job from the hunter using that blink to avoid any options from the wildling there. And wildling working on that there. And yeah, good job avoiding that. This is not a bad position for the hunter. Let's see and how he can what he can do pressure this sport as well. And good beer is in there. As well. And they might as well use it decoy as well. So Explorer is featured wildling. Oh, gonna get the push there. This is gonna allow the save. No damage. He's gonna be able to break the portal, preventing the forward from going into 2-story. That is a huge deal here. And once his mirror image is back online, he's going to be able to get the down, taking the free hit as well on the Priestess. All he has to do is mirror image forward, get the down, and 3 people are eliminated. And there is the down.
I think the important thing about what that wildling did there is make it so that they wouldn't be able to get a hit on the priest. Now, unfortunately, Plague got hit directly afterward, and what that Bloody Queen was doing was forcing him to heal up before possibly going to the rescue.
Absolutely. We're going to see the Bloody Queen transition towards this 2-story area. We do see the wildling in there, but probably not going to chase. Let's see if she can scout out the people. Oh, it looks like she's able to do so. Big deal. Can she get the hit? Gets the down.
Well, Explorer is 86% on the master pages, so whoever rescues Explorer, that's how much percentage they will be getting.
Incredible vision and incredible concept from the Bloody Queen here, getting the down. Almost like you'd expect from a very high level hunter. Like able to hit that long range mirror. We're going to play. They're probably going to go in for a rescue. Wilding going ahead and decoding. But we'll see if he's going to go ahead and break this. Oh, he's going to actually go through it. Interesting. He's going to try to force the priestess to go for an early rescue. Get this hit. Does miss that there. Let's get the second. Oh, gets the canceling the portal.
These are actually priestess can rescue, especially with the teleport.
Down, teleports back to the chair. No, he
opts not to.
This is still a very good position though for the Bloody Queen. Unfortunately, not teleporting back to the chair there. But there's nothing he can really do. You know, there's no way to know that the wildling is going in for the rescue there. But it looks like we're gonna see him locating the wildling. Probably gonna hop on the board here. Yeah, looks like that's gonna be good. And it looks like the Explorer going in to work on that Cypher machine. Because no one can actually save him. That's the biggest issue. This Priestess maybe left to die on chair. Oh, but he did help her on the Explorer. And the Explorer is dead on chair. He was saved after half. So Ching already in a position to win this match. Excellent Palace on there, though. And that's a very good job from the Explorer buying time.
Eli, as our amazing survivor main, what would you do in this situation with the survivors? Do you think they have enough time to actually get all the ciphers?
Honestly, as a survivor here, I would personally, if I'm the priestess, I would go heal up here. You do have 2 ciphers that have, and nothing, it's like one that didn't work. So as a survivor, I would go heal up. I would not be rushing into ciphers. I would take the time to heal up and go ahead and work on that last cipher. and probably split up, divide and conquer. But it looks like he's gonna, pressure on this Cypher, using that Tinnitus to cancel here. Yeah, they're opting not to heal. Looks like they're just trying to potentially rush it. And as we said before, it seems to be at least a 3-person elimination. It's going to put TBC in a position where the survivors just need a tie to win this round and move on to the next stage here. He's able to find the Wildling here. We'll see what the Priestess opts to do. She's going to try to rush the Cypher and expect him to veer back here. Good communication with the Wildling telling the Priestess that they're heading back. She's going to be able to get up to this upstairs area. But again, as you were talking about here, T-Rex, unable to heal. This is going to make it so, all you do is defend this Priestess. Wildling's going to be forced to do an entire new Cypher with that. So Kogan is not going to get done anytime soon.
It really isn't much to say, but this is just a really tough spot for the survivors right now. They don't have any pages left. They already used it. There's already a teleport. Pretty sure Priestess has not used her pickup yet. Yeah, neither has the Wildling. So this is going to be a little bit, this is going to be a lot of slugging. When you're playing into making, you just gotta be patient when you're spectating. There's just going to be a lot of slugging. People want to win.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a bunch of tryhards.
Not only the Wildling here, we'll see if he gets the hit, but I think the Wildling has reached his fast speed here, so I don't think the Blitz has to slow it down.
Blitz can also reach her fast speed as well with the, what's that called? The
Chase.
Hunt, yeah. Okay, yeah,
I think he's just going to mirror the half health, very detrimental. There's not much you can do though, gonna pull down, trying to push them as possible for the Wildling. He's gonna head back to that about 9-10 cycle. Back online. Just gonna keep moving this area with the portals. No more portals available though, so it's gonna be very difficult. Looking at the Wildling cover, 30% of the way done. This Priestess has to cut out that entire Priestess, or else he's just gonna get slugged in the one
Maybe a very stressful situation for change. How close that Cypher could pop at any moment.
Absolutely. Hit the Priestess down in 60% of the way done, so expect it to be more.
He doesn't know how much that's like.
Yep. Oh, no. That was a very smart play from the Hunter. He did stop while holding the survivor. Saw the Cypher was still wiggling, so he knew it could not have been primed. The Priestess did not have self-heal as an option. So he forced her to stay on the ground because she can't go after the Wildling. This is incredible. Able to get 4 elimination potentially here. Like he's not whatsoever.
Wow.
What a nice glad Spears out to help you.
I think at this point she's just waiting for that to come back online. So trying to break forward here. Trying to get away. All she has to do is get down. Yeah, that's gonna be a good juke. And that gets down. Pretty soon self-heal. And all she has to do is simply share this Wildling, go after the Priestess and share them. Looks like the survivors.
Things not dispatching Wildling. Wildling is not on death chair, so you'd have time.
Look at how they find us.
There we go.
Bloody Christ.
And
Is it even possible for them to win his?
Yeah, they just need a full amount.
so Aoi needs the Hunter for Ronin. And that would actually, if they were able to get a 4-person elimination, that would make it so Ronin is still able to win. However, if one survivor escapes at the exit gate, that will be a win for CBC.
All right. Eli,
Yes.
would you be able to stream the last match here? I've got to go to a concert in a second.
Yeah, let me quickly set it.
Okay, cool. So the link to Eli's YouTube is in my description, and he's going to be streaming the last match of the day.
I will not need that link. I'm subscribed to Eli.
Let me put the little files. Let's see.